Okay, we are back live. Hopefully everybody's here and with me. Let me turn this off and get everything restart. There's some people saying hello already, but let me pull this up here. I'm going to have to re-share everything, so let me do that. I'm going to do it on my other phone since so I can see when everybody's comments come in. There's the new feed. Let me click on that and get everything shared. All right, group, boom, boom. Yeah, it usually when you restart, it connects. It's just having to get everybody back on and to do it is what isn't fun. So, all right, let me get the link copied and shared everywhere. Copy link, go here in the group. Let me get it reshared everywhere right quick. Let me delete. What I do is I go through my post and I share the comment and then like reply to it so everybody knows it's the right feed. And then when you restart, you got to do all that again because we actually have a Facebook ad going right now, and a lot of new people hop on and see that, and that's what happens. And so you got to make sure they're watching the right link. This has ended. Part 2 up now. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Should be good to go. So, see, if you comment on Facebook, it should pop up on the screen here. See this feed that's embedded right here? When you're on, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. That will help everybody definitely find it the second time. I would really appreciate that. I've got to go over here and get it, move over to CollectCo now and get it shared everywhere else. Sorry about that. Got to get everybody back on now. Hopefully they're hopping on in droves. We had a good stream going, had a lot of people on. And let me end this comment. And let's see here. Okay. Now I just got to do it over here on Instagram, so which is the YouTube feed. Let me do that right quick. Alrighty. Let's see. Almost ready, and we can get started. Live. Ooh, I don't want to go live on Instagram. I wish I could. Link and live now. Okay, I think I got it everywhere I needed to, so sorry about that as usual. Let me pull this stream back up. Okay, so we should be back and ready to go now. I was in the middle of going through this bin. Let me just go back through it again, and before I get a new auction started, I'll wait till maybe a few more people's on. Please go ahead and hit the like button on Facebook and YouTube. I'll finish recapping this bin. We was off to a great start. Let's go through this bin one more time. It's actually our first crate of vintage, so you hadn't missed that much. This is the Doobie Brothers, Toulouse Street, a German pressing, EX condition, $21.99. Hank Williams, The Roy Orbison Way. That's Roy Orbison doing Hank Williams Sr. music. VG, $9.99. Women's Love Rights, Laura Lee. VG condition, $9.99. The Lamont Cranston Band, that's in VG condition, $9.99. John Lennon Milk and Honey, EX $17.99. There is some cover damage down at the bottom. Tom T. Hall, 100 Children, VG Plus, $9.99. The price of Roy Orbison Way, Hank Williams, is in VG condition, $9.99. Drum Drops, Volume 1, VG Plus condition, $16.99 for Drum Drops. Neil Diamond, Serenade, VG Plus, $9.99. Fleetwood Mac, Tusk, that's in VG condition, $14.99. The Manfred Mann album, Do Wah Diddy Diddy, VG Plus, $16.99. And original 64 US mono. Michelle says she'll take the Roy Orbison, Hank Williams Sr. album. That's so to Michelle Miller. We still got the Doors, 67 UK, Strange Days, VG Plus, $79.99. Them Changes, Buddy Miles, EX Condition, 1999. The Taj Mahal Anthology, Volume 1, that was in VG Plus condition, 1699. Jefferson Airplane was in VG condition. That was $16.99, an original 67. Rocky was VG Plus $16.99. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen, VG Plus $14.99. The Best of the Doors, that's in VG condition $14.99. And the Allman Brothers Band, that's in VG condition $16.99. The Allman Brothers Band, that's in VG condition $16.99. $16.99. So those are all still available. I'm going to set them right over here. I'm actually going to go through a crate of new vinyl on sale next. I'm going to go through a crate of new vinyl on sale next, and I'm going to go ahead and get some of our next auctions going off. So first, we have an autographed Witchcraft by Coven. Autographed by Jinx Dawson. Very cool. So this actually came from Wayne Titsworth's collection. He got this from Jinx Dawson. It's an autographed CD by Coven. It's called Witchcraft Destroys Minds and Reaps Souls. It's autographed by Jinx Dawson. This is going to be a $45 start. There's the JSA authentication. Coven, which I don't think I've ever seen this on CD before. Very rare album, very desirable album. Coven, Witchcraft. That's autographed by Jinx Dawson right there underneath her picture. There's the JSA authentication, and that's a $45 start. That's a $45 start for that. Now up for bid. Also, we have a Steve Miller Band backstage pass. Yes, the Steve Miller. This is Steve Miller Band. This is JSA authenticated. It's signed by Steve Miller right there, as you can see. And this is going to be a $115 start. $115 start. This is autographed by Steve Miller. It's a backstage pass, a VIP backstage pass with special guest Lou Graham from Foreigner. Steve Miller. It's JSA authenticated. That's a $115 start. Okay, so the Doors Lure was Strange Days, VG Plus condition, $79.99. It's an original UK copy of the Doors Strange Days. VG Plus condition, $79.99. Red Electra label, $79.99. $79.99. I'm already seeing people commenting on the wrong stream. I've already seen 3 or 4 people watching the wrong stream right now because we had to restart. Another reason I hate when that happens, because there'll be people watching the wrong stream sometimes for hours. They're watching the wrong stream, and we message them, but sometimes they don't get our message because they're watching the feed and they don't get off until like 2 hours later. So always make sure you're on the right stream. David Bowie Low, this is on sale. This is on sale, new vinyl. This is all on sale, discounted, new vinyl. David Bowie Low is $24.99. David Bowie Low is $24.99. Also, Charlie XCX, True Romance, that was originally $31.99. Now it's $19.99. Charlie XCX, that's $19.99. So update on our auctions, Jinx Dawson, the autographed Coven CDs at $45 with Debbie Perdides. That's going once, going twice. Toby Graham wants DN. I bet he meant DB for David Bowie, and he just got auto-corrected. And Jake, these are marked down on the cover, so nothing to do on those. That's so to Toby Graham. Fred Carnell, you're second. We got 3 copies of Charlie XCX available. Collective Soul, $10 off. It is now $24.99. That is Collective Soul, Hence Allegations and Things Left Unsaid. That has their hit song Shine, $24.99. I think it's been played on the radio more than any other song ever. Usually if you flip on a classic rock radio station, the song Shine is playing by Collective Soul, $24.99. Crash Test Dummies, $29.99. This was originally $36.99. God Shuffled His Feet, Crash Test Dummies. That's now $29.99. We have Leslie Silvley on Collective Soul and Logan Vance on Shine, which I think is a claim. Is that true, Logan? Wow, Logan Vance. Is that Moose? Is that a claim? Are you actually buying something? That looks like him. Logan Vance. Shine. Final Call on Coven and Final Call on Steve Miller Band for $115. Fred Carnell, he says no, he's not buying it. Okay, you got to be careful your comments. I'll end up selling you something. Fred Carnell gets that instead, and he wants Crash Test Dummies, so those are both sold. You got to be careful, Moose. I'll end up selling you something. You'll have a $2,000, $3,000 bill before you know it. Next is Crimson Glory, Transcendence. This is $10 off, $29.99 for Crimson Glory. Limited edition 1,500 individually numbered copies on blue colored vinyl. That is $29.99. $29.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell the Coven CD. Only one bid. There was like 5 people asked about that. Just got one bid. Jake, $45. That's sold. If anybody wants Steve Miller Band backstage pass, that's $115 buy it now. Autographed by Steve Miller Band. It's been JSA authenticated, and also still got the Brian Wilson backstage pass. That is $175 buy it now on that. Steve Miller Band and Beach Boys. That's $115 and $175 on those. Next is Crimson Glory. That's sold to Javi Soto. We have 2 copies of Anthrax, Fistful of Metal. That's on splatter vinyl. Anthrax is $24.99. Fistful of Metal, $24.99 for Anthrax, Fistful of Metal. I've got 2 of those. They're new and sealed, and that is on splatter vinyl. Okay, next is a cut signature from John Fogerty. Creedence Clearwater Revival, frontman, lead singer, of course, or I guess mostly the lead singer. JSA authenticated by JSA. It's John Fogerty. The JSA sticker's on the back. I'll show that to you in 1 second. This is a $135 start. It says, thanks, John Fogerty. Fortunate Son. There's the JSA sticker on the back. JSA authentication. That is $135. It's a cut signature. Thanks, John Fogerty. That is CCR, and that is a $135 start. Blade Singletary's getting an Anthrax, and so is Chris Sheridan. Anthrax and Anthrax are both sold. Johnny Cash autographs won't be auctioned until sometime next month. Sometime next month. Hope everybody is saving their pennies and their dollars. Those are not cheap whatsoever. Johnny Cash signed LPs in the 45. I've got a couple of them actually. Those are going to be very desirable when they hit the auction block. John Fogerty's now up for bid. Let me go ahead and grab our next auction. This is a Rolling Stones compilation. It's called Collectors Only, the Rolling Stones. It's actually a German pressing from 1980. It's a compilation, and this is a $20 start. The Rolling Stones. It's called Collectors Only. It's a compilation. I see Get Off My Cloud on side 1. Get Your Kicks On, Route 66. That's a $20 start. It's a very nice German pressing, all in mono of the Rolling Stones. $20 start on that. Back to the bin. This is Arcade Fire, Funeral. That is marked down to just $19.99. It was originally $28.99. $28.99, now $19.99 for Arcade Fire, Funeral. And the Black Crowes, Shake Your Moneymaker. Shake Your Moneymaker. I can't believe these have already been around for about a year, but they have been. This is on green vinyl. This is the Black Crowes live doing Shake Your Moneymaker and other hits. This is $29.99. They're even doing some stuff from Southern Harmony. $29.99. It's green vinyl, and it has a bonus 7-inch with it. It's also green vinyl. That is now $34.99. $10 off on that. Thomas Hujar gets Arcade Fire, Jake. That's sold to Thomas Hujar. Mike Bolton second. Rob Shefferly wants a Black Crowes. I have 2 of those left. Green vinyl, great live recording, 2 LP with a bonus 7-inch, also on green vinyl, $34.99. First time I've ever marked these down, Audio Slave, Chris Cornell. I've got them 25% off for $44.99. These were originally $59.99. Originally $59.99. Now they're $44.99. It's a 2 LP Audio Slave, and when this came back into print first of last year, the originals or the most recent repress at that time was selling for $200 or $300. So we sold a ton of them. I had several extras. I've down to like my last 5 or 6. Audio Slave is $44.99. If you don't have that already, those were originally $60. Now they're $44.99. Beck Guralito. This was originally $44.99. Now it's $29.99. $29.99. $29.99. Okay, so let me go ahead and make the John Fogerty a buy it now. $135 buy it now on John Fogerty. If anybody wants that, $135 for John Fogerty. Cut signature, JSA verified. That's $135 buy it now. No one bid on the Rolling Stones. Wow, $20 buy it now. That'd be a great deal based on what we originally had it marked for. The Rolling Stones is a buy it now for $20 if anybody wants that. We have Big Country marked down to $29.99. This is called Steel Town. Big Country is new and sealed. It was originally $44.99. Now it's $29.99. Big Country. Christopher Morris gets the Rolling Stones for $20. Jake, that was a buy it now auction. And here's another Black Crowes album. Their second album, the Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. It's a 2 LP, $34.99. It was originally $48.99. Also, Collective Soul. This is Vibrating. That's their most recent album on blue vinyl, $19.99. $19.99 on that. All right, our next autograph is Nancy Sinatra. This is actually from her fan club, and she's one of the few people who actually signed her mail. And this is Love Nancy Sinatra, and this is a $95 start. Love Nancy Sinatra. It's a photograph. It's autographed by Nancy Sinatra. It says Love Nancy Sinatra. It has the JSA verification with it, and also the JSA stickers on the back of the photo. $95 start on that. $95 start on that. Olivia Newton-John's on deck. Mark, I have 196 autographs I'm trying to get through, but if you want me to run Olivia Newton-John, I will have it at some point. I hope Jeff McMaster's watching. We have Collective Soul, sold to Leslie Silvley, and we have David Bowie, Young Americans, and this is $24.99, another discounted David Bowie. That's Young Americans, $24.99. Also, Enough's Enough, this is $29.99. Enough's Enough, self-titled. That should be on green or purple vinyl, $29.99. $29.99. Mark already knows what's happened. He's going to get outbid to death on the Olivia Newton-John photo. The more you ask about it, the more probably people are going to bid against you, Mark. This is Billy Squier, $35 start for a Japanese pressing of Emotions in Motion. This is Billy Squier, $35 start, Emotions in Motion. It is a near mint Japanese pressing. It is clean. It is very nice. No marks. There's the Japanese insert. And we have a very nice cover of Obi, $35 start on Billy Squier, Emotions in Motion. Emotions in Motion. Eric Self, you're missing $35. $135 for John Fogerty. $135 for John Fogerty. And that is absolutely the best price. We have Fred Carnell gets the Enough's Enough. William Lee Murray, you were second. And Chris Ferrara on Audio Slave. I got about 4 of those left if anybody else wants one. That's so to Chris Ferrara. Tony Shore's at $35 on Billy Squier. Depeche Mode, this is Black Celebration. Now $10 off. Depeche Mode is $29.99. Those were originally $39.99. Depeche Mode Black Celebration. And The Cult Love. The Cult is $22.99. That's a new and sealed gatefold. The Cult Love. Those were originally $31.99. Now they're $22.99. The Cult Love, $22.99. All right, Daniel Booziden's at 36 on Billy Squier. Tony Shore, you're out. Tony Shore wants DP, which is Depeche Mode. That's so to Tony Shore. Heather Feather wants the Black Crowes, Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. Daniel Booziden is going to be getting a Depeche Mode. Actually, Tony Shore, he may have wanted... Tony, did you mean DM when you put DP for Depeche Mode, or was that something else? Maybe. Because I've got you for Depeche Mode. Daniel was second, but Heather got Southern Harmony. Daniel was going to get the second one, and then Greg only had 2, and you would be number 3. Also, Bob Riger is first on The Cult. That's so to Bob Riger on The Cult. How much is Audio Slave? Audio Slave is $44.99. I don't have any more Southern Harmony, and Tony wanted Depeche Mode. So just to clarify that, we had Chris Ferrara got Audio Slave, Tony Shore got a Depeche Mode, Daniel Booziden got a Depeche Mode, Heather Feather on Southern Harmony, Greg, you were third on Depeche Mode, Bob Riger got a Cult, I've already pulled that, and I think we are caught up. So let's make Nancy Sinatra a $95 buy it now. This says Love Nancy Sinatra. That's now up for a buy it now for $95 if anybody wants it. I still got John Fogerty, Brian Wilson, and Steve Miller. I'm going to lay those right over here if anybody's interested in those. Put some of these right over here. Calvin Ward also would like a Audio Slave. Let's sell that to Calvin Ward. Audio Slave is sold to Calvin Ward. I'm going to go back through this crate one more time. Final call on Billy Squier. Tony Shore, you're outbid. Daniel Booziden has it for $36, and that's a final call. Daniel Booziden has that for $36, and that's a final call. Olivia Newton-John. Autograph photo here of Olivia Newton-John. Let me find it. I think there's at least a dozen people waiting from what I've seen. Let's see how many people are still watching. I know when we went live, there was 3 people that was like, I'm here just for Olivia Newton-John. This is an autograph photo of Olivia Newton-John. It's actually, this is not even from the Pittsburgh collection. This is from Fred Goodwin's collection. So as y'all remember, we had a lot of stuff from Fred Goodwin's collection we had authenticated as well. I've been waiting to do it. So this is an original press photo from Greece. This is an original press photo from Greece. It even has a sticker on the back. Permission granted for newspaper reproduction, magazine reproduction permitted only with express written permission. So this is actually an original press photo from Olivia Newton-John, or from Greece, autographed by Olivia Newton-John. It says, "Love, Olivia." JSA authenticated, 100%. There is the certification stamp. There's that. This is going to be a $145 start. It's autographed by Olivia Newton-John. $145 start. It's an original press photo for Greece. An original press photo from Greece. It is a $145 start. Love, Olivia. $145 start on that. It is autographed by Olivia Newton-John. Okay, Calvin Ward, I've already pulled him an audio slave. Tony Shore's backing on Billy Squier for 40. And we have Jim Nielsen's at 165 on Olivia Newton-John. Okay, now let's go through the crate. This was on sale new vinyl. This is on sale new vinyl. We have Charlie XCX, True Romance. This is $19.99. It was $31.99. I think that was my originally 3 copies that I ordered, and no one has ever bought one, and now they're discounted. So I originally ordered this as a new release. I don't think I've ever sold one. Now they're marked down, and I still can't sell them. Does anybody on earth right now want a Charlie XCX album, True Romance, for $19.99? Olivia Newton-John's at $165. Bill Sammis wants a Black Crowes Live. That's sold to Bill Sammis. Fred Carnell wants a Cult Love. I'll get back to those in just a second. Actually, the next album is the Black Crowes Live. Shake Your Moneymaker. $10 off the original sticker. Green vinyl with the 7-inch. That is $34.99. We have Audio Slave. Audio Slave is $44.99, $15 off the original sticker. It's called Out of Exile, Chris Cornell, Tom Morello, Audio Slave, $44.99. Beck, Guralito, that is now $15 off, $29.99. And we have Big Country, Steel Town. This is the original 2 copies I ordered of this when they reissued it. I don't think I've sold a copy of this yet. Big Country, Steel Town, $29.99. Christopher Morris on In for something, I'm not for sure. We have David Bowie, Young Americans, $24.99. And The Cult Love, 2 LP, their breakthrough 1985 album, includes the singles She Sells Sanctuary, Rain, and Revolution, $22.99. We have Bill Sammis is going to get the David Bowie. We have a final call on Billy Squier. Final call on Billy Squier, Emotions in Motion. This is at $40 of Tony Shore. Everybody else is out. Who else was bidding on this? Daniel Booziden. Everybody else is out. Tony Shore has that for $40. It's a final call. Olivia Newton-John. This is about where I thought it would bring. I also figured it wouldn't surprise me if it brought over $200. It's an original press photo from Greece. This is an original press photo. It's not like a copy or anything. This was actually issued by Paramount Pictures. It's an original press photo, and it's autographed by Olivia Newton-John from Greece. It's at $165 with Jim Nielsen, and it's a final call. Now, we have already pulled Fred Carnell's Cult. We've already pulled it. David Polkey wants one, and Leslie Silvley wants one. I don't have any more. Wow, a lot of people wanted that. I've had this in the bin for almost a year now. I guess I should have showed it more recently. Those are sold. Now that I've marked them down, David Polkey got one, Leslie Silvley got the other. James was next, Craig was next, and Chris Farrar was next. And that's all that's left in the discount bid. Big Country, Beck, Audio Slave, Black Crowes, and Charlie XCX. That's all what's left. Let's go through some new vintage stuff. I'm about to sell Billy Squier, and when I come back, I'm selling Olivia Newton-John. So not all this is from the Pittsburgh collection. I've still got a ton of stuff from Fred Goodwin's collection, if y'all remember that. So I bought a lot of autographs and different items from him. I'm now just really starting to get to some of them. It's amazing how much stuff he had, and there's still more. So he had a lot of original press photos and signed stuff. Some of it was, you got to be careful of autographs. I'm going to do a video and show y'all not everything we had was authentic. So you got to be very careful. I'm saying this as a public service announcement. You got to be very careful with autographs. By the way, this is sold to Jim Nielsen for $165. Do not buy an autograph unless you've looked at it and you've had somebody else check it that knows what they're doing. Even if it's authenticated, buy from somebody you trust. We had these authenticated from JSA but there are even some bad stickers out there, and if it's not authenticated, you probably really want to stay away from it unless you really can trust somebody that knows what they're doing, because a lot of times you can have something that looks like this, and it wasn't signed by Olivia, it was signed by her secretary, or it was a forgery. So you got to be very careful. That's sold to Jim Nielsen for $165. I will say we have I've got one other Olivia Newton-John signed photo. It's a horizontal like this, and it's got John Travolta. The Olivia signature is good, and the John Travolta signature is a forgery, or it's a secretarial, where his secretary signed it. So I do have another Olivia Newton-John, but JSA wasn't authenticated because there's a fake signature on it. Olivia's is real, but John Travolta's was bad. So that's something else you got to look for. Also, if you ever see a sticker, make sure you know what signature is the one actually verified. So be very careful buying autographs. But as I've always said before, over the next couple months, we're going to be selling hundreds of them. They're 100% authentic, or I wouldn't be selling them. I also had some very good fakes. We have some fakes. I'll be showing y'all pictures of those that weren't real. They were very disappointing, but we had some high caliber autographs that wasn't real, and that's why I didn't sell them until we had them authenticated. So I'll be showing those just so you know what they look like, so you can look in future reference. But I've got a bunch of fake autographs. I'm probably either going to destroy them or just keep them in the back. I'm definitely not going to sell them, even as a fake. So this is sold for $40 to Tony Shore. That's sold to Tony Shore for $40. Now, our next autograph this is really cool actually. It's an autographed, it's not really autographed, it's signed. It's an original check from Andy Griffith. So this is Andy Griffin's personal check. It's $155 start. It's signed here, Andy Griffith. This was his actual personal check. It's where he bought some stuff at Coast Hardware Incorporated back on, when is it dated? Surely, let's see here, May 7th, 1973. So there's the JSA authentication. I think they put the sticker on the back. Yeah, Andy Griffith. There's the JSA authentication. It's a canceled check, and this is a personal check signed by Andy Griffith, $155 start. As in Mayberry, as in the sheriff, Andy Griffith, $155 start. One of his personal checks, return checks, signed and autographed by Andy Griffith. Very, very cool. $155 start on that. I've got some more Japanese stuff over here to auction. The next thing is going to be the classic Wings Greatest Hits. Let's take a look at it. Wings Greatest Hits, Paul McCartney and Wings. This is, let me take a look at it first. Yes, very nice. Let me see here. Very, very nice. It looks like there's one scuff right here, right there. $35 start. Very nice copy. Japanese pressing of Wings Greatest Hits. There's the first LP. There's the second LP. This is the Japanese insert. Very nice cover with Obi. Paul McCartney, Wings Greatest Hits. $35 start on that. $35 start on that. So $155 on the Andy Griffith check, $35 on Wings. Let's go through a new crate of vintage arrivals or pre-owned stuff. Imagine Dragons Origins. That is sealed for $26.99. Imagine Dragons is sealed, $26.99. M&M Revival. That is sealed for $24.99. M&M Revival. And this is the Pretty Reckless, Death by Rock and Roll. Black vinyl. The side D is etched, $24.99 for the Pretty Reckless. Also, we have Blessed Feathers, There Will Be No Sad Tomorrow, pink vinyl, indie folk rock, $14.99, and No Mystery, that's Chick Corea, this $14.99. There is some tape along the top seam. That's Chick Corea in Return to Forever, No Mystery, $14.99. There is Imagine Dragons, sold to Michelle Miller. Craig Ruth was second. Tracy McFadden on PR, which is Pretty Reckless. That's sold to Tracy McFadden. Craig Ruth second. Jim Nielsen third. Body Parts. This is white vinyl, $9.99. Only 200 copies. It's called Body Parts Fire Dream. I don't know a lot about that, but it's $9.99. So 4 people on the Pretty Reckless. Tracy McFadden was first, though. We have Dog Breath, Second Home. That is purple and pink split vinyl, $14.99. And I've Got You Under My Skins, Irv Calder salutes the chairman of the board. That is sealed 1999. Sealed 1999. Gene Amon's Red Top, the Savoy Sessions. That's actually a white label promo, $16.99. Gene Amon's Red Top, $16.99. M&M is sealed. It's never been opened. $24.99 for M&M Revival. Robert Cray, Strong Persuader, $19.99 on Robert Cray, Strong Persuader, and John Clemmer, Magic Moments, $17.99 for John Clemmer, Magic Moments. Let's see what we have here. 2014 Silver Vinyl, Alternative Rock. I can't figure out what it says, though. Boy, this is very difficult to read, actually. I have no idea. Invisible, Disturbing Wildlife. Invisible Familiars, maybe. That is $9.99. Chris Ferrara on the Robert Cray. That's sold to Chris Ferrara. And we have Plush. Plush is $39.99. A rare all-female rock album, $39.99. Plush, self-titled, $39.99. Thank you, Paul. Invisible Families. I'm about to say familiars don't make sense. Invisible Families. Thank you. And that was Invisible Families, $9.99, 2014 Silver Vinyl, Alternative Rock. Okay, the Andy Griffin check is a $155. Buy it now. Andy Griffin check, if anybody wants that. Signed by Andy Griffin, $155. And if anybody wants the Wings Greatest Hits, it's a $35 buy it now. That is a buy it now if anybody wants Wings Greatest Hits. Thad Jones and Mel Lewis, that is $14.99. Thad Jones and Mel Lewis, $14.99. Jeff H. is going to get the Andy Griffin for $155. Nice pickup there, single bid. And Jamie Butler gets Wings for $35. Jake, those are both sold. Also, Just a Touch of Love, Slave, $19.99. So I've got 3 more crates of new vintage stuff to go through. I've got an on-sale bin of vintage, and I have plenty of autographs over here that I'm trying my best to knock out as much as I can. I've got this. I've got this. Let's do these 2 over here. I've got more Japanese stuff too. I've got a couple autographed albums as well. So here is our next auction. It is Leon Russell. We've had several albums. Now this is really cool. If you had this framed, it's a really cool picture of Leon Russell, JSA authenticated. This is going to be a $55 start. This was actually framed when we got it, but we had to take it out. It was already professionally framed, but we had to take it out to send it to get the sticker. And this is going to be a $55 start. JSA authenticated. It's a very nice print photograph of Leon Russell. That is now up for bid. That's a $55 start, Leon Russell. The Imagine Dragons is already sold, Eddie. Imagine Dragons, that was sold immediately. It has already sold. Jeff H. Jeff H, can you remind us of your last name? Jake is tagging tonight, and he don't have the cheat sheet that Tanner usually has. So Jeff H, if you can remind us of your last name. Slave is a full album. Slave is a full album, $19.99. Condition of Thad. Thad Jones and Mel Lewis has no condition notes. EX Plus, Near Mint Minus. Santana Marathon, VG Plus, $14.99 for Santana Marathon. The Jeff Lorber Fusion Water Sign, that's VG Plus, $14.99. And Nazareth, Hair of the Dog, VG Plus condition, $14.99. Jeff Hawes, JK wants the Santana Marathon, that's sold to JK. And we have Richard Betts, Highway Call. Dickie Betts, VG condition, $11.99. Boston, self-titled first album, VG condition, $14.99. VG condition, $14.99. Fred Carnell wants the Disturbing Wildlife. That's sold to Fred Carnell. And James Rayner wants NAZ, which is Nazareth. That's sold to James Rayner. So Leon Russell, it's a signed photograph, kind of oblong. It was in a really nice frame when we got it. Unfortunately, we had to take it out. It's a $55 start. It's an autograph photo, perfect for framing and displaying. Let me grab our next Japanese auction, which is one I don't think I've ever had before. If so, I don't recall. This is going to be a $45 start, and this is Fleetwood Mac Mirage, a Japanese pressing of Fleetwood Mac Mirage, and it looks like it's a promo copy. Wow, it is. Fleetwood Mac Mirage, a promo copy, white label, promo copy from Japan of Mirage. Very cool. Near mint pristine. It has a Japanese insert. It has another Japanese insert with lyrics. Very nice cover. It does have the obi. It just needs to be put back on. It's not ripped, it's not torn, and we will try our best to get that back on there. Sometimes it's a little bit of a job to get it back on here. You just got to bend the cover just right. Let me see if I can do it right now without doing. If I struggle with it, then I usually stop and yeah, let me just wait before I cause any problems. So that's a $45 start. Jeff Hawes is at $55 on the Leon Russell. Greg Scott wants the Boston LP. That's so to Greg Scott. Weather Report, Mr. Gone, VG Plus condition, $14.99 for Weather Report. Taj Mahal, Music For Ya. That's in shrink wrap. VG Plus condition, $14.99. And Mark Jordan, Mannequin. Mark Jordan. That's an EX condition, $12.99. We do have a bid on Leon Russell, and we got 2 bids now on Fleetwood Mac. The Eagles, Hotel California, VG condition, $14.99. The Eagles, Hotel California, VG condition, $14.99. Stephen Total wants the Taj Mahal. 3 bidders now on Fleetwood Mac, but Michael Nath was in first. Everybody else is out. Stephen Total gets Taj Mahal. Final call on Leon Russell for $55. Gunfighter Ballads, Marty Robbins, VG Plus, $39.99. This is the 1959 Deep Groove Mono. I'd say that's the first. It's definitely the first label, maybe the first pressing of that. That's a VG Plus, $39.99, 1959. James Lugwood gets Eagles, Hotel California. That's so to James Lugwood. And we have Contact, Sounds of Mod. This is a compilation with Bob Dylan, Bobby Vinton, Chad and Jeremy, the Yardbirds, and the Dave Clark 5. VG Plus, $14.99. VG Plus, $14.99. John Young put GF, and I think that's for Gunfighter. Is that correct, John Young? If not, then it's sold to Michelle Miller. We have Hot Tuna, VG Plus $12.99 for Hot Tuna. And Phenomena, Dance with the Devil, Midnight Mix. That's $9.99. So let's see here. We have, that's sold to John Young. Michelle was second. Christopher Morris on CONT. That was for Contact. And the new highest bid on Fleetwood Mac is $51. No one else has bid on Leon Russell. This is sold to Jeff Hawes for $55. Jake, that's sold for $55. Our next autograph is going to be Don Knotts, Barney Fife, Andy Griffin. Sign on the front by Don Knotts, JSA authenticated. There's the verification card and sticker. That, just like Andy Griffin, $155 start for Don Knotts. $155 start, Barney Fife. What a show. One of my favorites, autographed by Don Knotts, $155 for that. At $55 is with Fleetwood Mac with Tony Shore. So the high bid is at $55 with Tony Shore right now. Back to the bin, Country Joe and the Fish, electric music for the mind and body. That's in VG condition, $14.99. A 67 mono, that's a VG condition, $14.99. Janis Joplin Pearl, a VG condition, $14.99. That's a Pittman reissue of this album. Second label, or I guess that's the label it was always on, but this has a barcode on the back. It's a early 80s reissue. VG $14.99. Heidi Bowman wants Country Joe. New high bid on Fleetwood Mac is $57. Time Out, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. This is a 70s US pressing. VG condition $14.99. Time Out, classic jazz album. Corey Gaston gets Janis Joplin Pearl. That's sold to Corey Gaston. And another classic, Days of Future Past, the Moody Blues. EX condition $17.99. EX condition $17.99. Final call if you want to get a bid in on Andy Griffin. If you want to get a bid in on Andy Griffin, I'm about to make that a buy now pretty soon. I'm going to start grabbing our next autographed albums. We're actually going to get into some of our autographed albums next. And I do have another Jinx Dawson Coven CD. So we've already sold one of those. A lot of people asked for that. So if anybody else is waiting on one, I'll grab this next one. So final call on a few things over here. And let's see here. Corey Gaston is also going to get the Dave Brubeck. And Eric Beck wanted Brubeck EHLH. Brubeck EHLH. Brubeck EHLH. Well, Brubeck was just claimed, and if you can remind me what EHLH is, then I will pull those for you. Don Knotts, not Andy Griffin. Craig is always right on top of me. Don Knotts, yes, autographed Don Knotts. That's not Andy Griffin. We've already sold Andy. Fleetwood Mac is at $57 with Michael Nath. This is at 57 with Michael Nath, Fleetwood Mac Mirage. It's a Japanese promo copy, near mint, Japanese promo copy. Also, we have a MoFi pressing of Champagne Jam by the Atlanta Rhythm Section. EX condition, $44.99, Champagne Jam, and Jimi Hendrix, Axis Bold as Love. R. Anthony wrote his name on the cover. This is a first U.S. label. Wow, VG condition, $29.99. VG condition, $29.99. The first U.S. label, the Tricolor Steamboat, VG condition, $29.99. That's Axis Bold as Love. Little Feet, Waiting for Columbus, that's VG plus $19.99. If anybody wants the Don Knotts autograph, it is a buy it now for $155. It's a $155 buy it now on Don Knotts. Nancy Sinatra is still available for $95. Steve Miller was, I have already forgot, I think Steve Miller was $115. John Fogerty's $135, and Brian Wilson was $175. That's some of the autographs we still have available. Mark Cunningham on Jimi Hendrix. That's sold to Mark Cunningham. Fleetwood Mac's at $58, and Chip Hall is going to get the Don Knotts for $155. That's sold to Chip Hall. Jake? So there's the autographs that's still left. I've got more over here. Let's go ahead and do a classic here. $155 on Don Knotts, yes. This is an autographed Otis Redding, the Dock of the Bay. It's not autographed by Otis Redding, unfortunately. We've had several signatures by Mr. Steve Cropper, the guitarist that played on this album. Steve Cropper, famous session musician. But also, this is a nice copy of this album, Dock of the Bay. It's better than most, I'll put it like that. Usually these things are worn out. That's on the Volt Atco distribution. Subsidiary of Atco, Volt Records. Yellow label. It's a solid EX copy, maybe VG Plus. I listened to without really even cleaning it or examining it further. I put on Sitting on the Dock of the Bay just to give it a quick little listen before I was leaving last night, tagging and photographing some of these last auctions, and it sounded really good. And like I said, I've had some kind of beat up copies of this before, but a very solid jacket with that Steve Cropper autograph. And that is going to be a $55 star. The album itself is very nice. It's autographed by Steve Cropper, who played guitar on that album. Otis Redding, the Dock of the Bay. JSA authenticated Steve Cropper autograph, $55 start. Michael Nass at $59 on Fleetwood Mac. JK's out, so final call on Fleetwood Mac for $59. Who else was bidding? John Lang is out. I guess it's between Tony Shore. If he still wants to bid, John Lang set out, but Michael Nass has it right now for $59. We have Modern Jazz Quartet, EX condition, $22.99. This is a 1957 Deep Groove Mono. 1957 Deep Groove Mono, $22.99. On the Road Jazz, Bix Beiderbecke, Wingy Manon. I don't think I've ever had to say those names before. VG Plus condition, $9.99. That is on the Riverside. That is on the blue Riverside Jazz label. Final call on Fleetwood Mac, and final call if you want to lock in a bid on the Otis Redding for $55. Chris Ferrara on Modern Jazz Quartet. That's sold to Chris Ferrara. For Your Love, the Yardbirds, VG minus condition, $12.99. VG minus condition, $12.99. That's a 65 mono. VG minus $12.99, a 65 mono. Chris B. Jack, you were back up on Modern Jazz Quartet. The Jug Band, Jim Kweskin and the Jug Band, VG Plus $9.99. VG Plus $9.99, Jim Kweskin and Jug Band, VG Plus $9.99. Ravi Shankar, Portrait of Genius, that's a VG Plus $14.99. And The Doors is a 1967 original stereo copy, Allentown pressing, VG condition $29.99. Even better, Cropper co-wrote the Dock of the Bay song. Even better, and he signed it. Let's go ahead and pull Nicholas, the Yardbirds. That's sold to Nicholas, For Your Love, a classic. Let's go ahead and sell Fleetwood Mac for $59. If anybody wants the autographed Otis Redding, it is now a $55 buy it now. Autographed by Steve Cropper, Otis Redding, the Dock of the Bay. That is a $55 buy it now if anybody wants that. I'm going to put it right over here for right now. We have Jay Giles Band Bloodshot. That's in VG condition, $9.99. Cats is in VG Plus condition, $14.99. And All in the Family is EX $14.99. It has the insert with it, and it does have a little bit of cover damage, $14.99. Otis Redding gets sold to Sean Fairweather for $55. Henry was second. Brent Robley was third. Little Feat, Let It Roll, VG condition, $12.99. Next, we've already sold one. Here's the last one I have. It's an autographed Coven CD. This is autographed by Jinx Dawson from Coven, and this one is called Jinx. It's JSA authenticated, also a $45 start. Coven, $45 start. $45 start on that. $45 start on Coven. That is an autographed CD, $45 start. And our next autograph over here is going to be this autographed Traffic album by Dave Mason. This is autographed by it's autographed by Dave Mason of Traffic. I don't know if I've actually even looked at the album itself. Not a bad looking copy. I hadn't really looked at the vinyl. Just really, most of these autographed albums, I hadn't really even checked the vinyl. That doesn't look too bad at all. Autographed by Dave Mason. This is going to be a $65 start. Autographed by Dave Mason. It is Traffic, self-titled. It has a JSA authentication here. JSK authentication, there's the card, and that is a $65 start, autographed by Dave Mason. First dibs on Otis. Let's see, I'll offer $45 for Otis. Well, I guess sort of, yes. Quick rule on the auction. 9 times out of 10, the buy it now price will probably get bought. So I will give you dibs on it for $55 if you want it, but since you did ask, I'm just now seeing that. But most of the time, there's somebody waiting, unless they absolutely want it and they bid, there's probably somebody going to buy it now anyway for $55 or whatever the starting bid is. So you can have it for $55. I'm actually just now seeing that. So I actually sold that to John Young for $55, and then it was Sean, Henry, and Brent. But what I've always said before, there was somebody earlier made an offer while something was still live. It's the starting bid, or you can do the buy it now. And then later tonight, if it hadn't sold, we can talk about prices. But most of these are probably going to sell. If they don't already get a bid, there's somebody waiting to press that button just to try to get it for the buy it now price. So just make sure on that. But John Young was first. I'm actually just now seeing that. Then Sean, then Henry, then Brent. So we need to change that to John Young for $55. Autumn Betts wants All in the Family. And we have 2 more autographs here, Jinx Dawson and the Dave Mason, $45 and $65 for those. The Chili Brothers, Empty Bottles, VG Plus condition, $9.99. But as you've seen, there was 3 people trying to get that, 4 counting you. So, yeah, this is Freddie King. This is VG Plus, $24.99. It's a 1972 UK pressing. Freddie King, VG Plus, his early years, Volume 1. VG Plus $24.99, and the Byrds, Dr. Byrds and Mr. Hyde, this is in VG Plus condition, $19.99. The Byrds, Dr. Byrds and Mr. Hyde, it's on a Columbia 2i label, original label, and it's a Pittman press, VG Plus $19.99. Chicago Jazz, Joe Marsala, that's EX condition, $9.99. I just had some psycho beating on the door asking if I had a cigarette, so I got distracted there for a few seconds. Maybe she's gone. We're about to totally move our operation into the back. If y'all are local, you've noticed the store is just about empty. I'm about to close off pretty much the entire rest back part of the back store so we can have a nice, peaceful, no windows, concrete block, wall, secure vault that we can do these live sales from, because we're right up here by the front door, and some people like walk up to it and they start looking through the windows like I'm at a zoo or something. So Jetstream gets the Chicago Jazz. Let's go ahead and make these a buy it nows. If anybody wants them, first come, first serve on both of them. Let's see if there's anybody on standby. Jinx Dawson, $45 buy it now. Dave Mason's a $65 buy it now. Those are both now available. Jinx Dawson, autographed CD from Coven. This is actually something Wayne Titsworth got. He got these autographed from Jinx. I don't know if they came, I don't know how he got these, but I know I got them from his collection. He was a big fan. And then the Dave Mason autographed LP is a $65 buy it now. $65 buy it now on the Dave Mason. So I'm going to put that away. There's the Jinx Dawson CD. There's the JSA authentication slip. $45 buy it now on that. And then the Dave Mason, it is Traffic, self-titled. It's autographed by Dave Mason, and that is a $65 buy it now. That is a $65 buy it now on that. All right, let me make sure I hadn't missed anything. Of course, a lot of people walk up to the door and they have no idea what I'm doing. Also, the other day when I got to see a lot of my family, and I went back to where I was at that basketball tournament, I saw a lot of people, former teachers and friends, and they know what I do here, but they don't really know what we do as far as selling records. I was trying to explain to them what I do every night, and it looks like I'm talking to them in Chinese. I'm like, well, I sell records and collectibles every night on Facebook, and I was trying to explain to them what I do. And I was talking to Tanner when he explains to people what he does too, and what we do here. They look at me like I'm from a different country. They're like, you do what now? You sell thousands of records to people all over the country who watch your show every night. Interesting. You know, they're just like, here's what I normally get. People still buy records? People still buy records? People still collect autographs? And I'm like, yeah, people still buy records. You should watch one night and get an idea of what we do. And they're like, that's interesting. I didn't know people still buy records. I was like, yeah, they still buy records. They still buy records. So this autograph's actually pretty tough. This next autograph's actually pretty tough to come by. This is George Carlin, Occupation Full. I was actually just a moment ago checking some comps for a George Carlin signed album, especially one that's popular as this one. Not a lot of comps out there for a signed album. I was seeing photographs and stuff, but I mean, I was just checking. I actually still think I have it pulled up here on eBay. Yeah, I was checking some comps, and I see some pictures, and even those aren't cheap. So this is an autographed George Carlin, Occupation Full. Very, very cool. Gatefold. It's autographed by George Carlin. Occupation Full, and this is a $250 start. It's autographed by George Carlin. Not personalized, just George Carlin. It's JSA authenticated. There's the JSA sticker on the back, and there's the card. $250 start, autographed by George Carlin. Now, this is one of those, it's really hard to find, a comparable, price for it, because it's just not a lot of them out there for sale right now. So George Carlin, that's a $250 start. $250 start. Let's see here. They're looking for stickers. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You tell people you buy and collect records, they're like, what? People still buy those? And I'm like, yeah, it's probably one of the top 5 biggest collectibles in the world. It's actually quite popular. So, let's see here. Let's do Blessed Feathers. There will be no sad tomorrow. Blessed Feathers is $14.99. Blessed Feathers, also Chick Corea, no mystery. This has got tape on the top seam, $14.99 for Chick Corea. Body Parts, and that was by Fire Dream. I'm just going to do a quick recap. If anybody wants prices in here, let me know. This was Dog Breath Second Home. The I've Got You Under My Skins, salutes Chairman of the Board. That was Irv Kotler. That was sealed, $19.99. Gene Ammons, Red Top, Eminem, John Clemmer, Plush, Slave, the Thad Jones and Mel Lewis, Jeff Lorber Fusion, Dickie Betts, Weather Report, Mark Jordan, Hot Tuna, Phenomenon, Days of Future Past, the Atlanta Rhythm Section, Little Feat Waiting for Columbus, the Riverside, called On the Road Jazz, the Jug Band, Jim Kweskin, Ravi Shankar, The Doors, Jay Giles, Cats, Little Feat, Chili Brothers, the Freddie King, and the Dr. Birds and Mr. Hyde. Let me go ahead and grab our next crate. Those are all still available. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I won't condense right now. I'll do that later. But let me go ahead and grab the next crate of vinyl that we have here. New stuff. I still got a crate of vintage on sale, but I also have I've still got 2 more crates of new arrivals to go through. Craig Ruth wants the Eminem. That was Revival. That's sold to Craig Ruth. That's new and sealed. And that's sold to Craig Ruth. Matt Martinez, it has already sold. Final call to get a bid in on the George Carlin autograph. That is a $250 start before I make it a buy it now. Far as active comps, not really a lot for sale out there. Active, far as autographed albums from what I was seeing. This is Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. This is going to be a $35 start. It's a Japanese pressing. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast, $35 start. It has a Japanese insert with it. Very nice cover and Obi Don Henley from the Eagles, and that is a $35 start, Japanese pressing. We have Pearl Jam 10, $24.99. Pearl Jam 10, that's a 2017 pressing of that, $24.99 for Pearl Jam 10. And we have John Prine, In Spite of Ourselves, a 2016 U.S. press. John Prine, $26.99, In Spite of Ourselves. Orson Welles, The Begatting of the President, that is $14.99. Sean Hulford on Pearl Jam, that's so to Sean Hulford. Also, we have Lies, 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 Bill Lorowitz, $11.99 by Bill Lorowitz. And Al Di Meola, Casino, $19.99 for Al Di Meola, Casino. This is Buddy and Jim. Here, the Buddy and Jim Show. This is $24.99. It's a Record Store Day exclusive, number 888 of 1000, $24.99. And that is from Record Store Day 2012. Buddy and Jim, $24.99. Yellow Fever, Hot Tuna, exceptionally clean copy, $19.99. I don't know if I've seen that hot tuna before. Yellow Fever, Hot Tuna, $19.99. Also, we have Steve Earle Towns, sealed, $29.99. Steve Earle Towns, the brand new album from a Grammy Award winner, Steve Earle, featuring the songs of Towns Van Zandt. That is sealed. That is sealed. And that is Steve Earle. Pressed at RTI. Pressed at RTI. Let me go over here and grab a couple more autographs right quick. First, let me finish doing this here while I'm thinking about it. Okay. So yeah, this is $29.99, sealed 2009 U.S. pressing. If anybody wants George Carlin, $250, JSA authenticated George Carlin autographed LP. That is JSA authenticated. Verification sticker on the back. JSA card comes with it, of course. And that is a $250 buy it now if anybody wants that. What did I do with the stuff that hadn't sold? Okay, I laid it over here. Let me put it over here with the others. That's a $250 buy it now. And I have an autographed copy of Creedence Clearwater Revival's Willie and the Poor Boys. It's autographed by Stu Cook, one of the original members of Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is going to be a $45 start. It's a very clean copy. It is a barcode reissued album, but a very clean copy. It's near mint minus, a very nice jacket, autographed by Stu Cook, and that's a $45 start. JSA authenticated, CCR, Willie and the Poor Boys, $45 start on that. Okay, Deep Purple Burn, that's a 2010 Friday Music pressing, $29.99. Deep Purple Burn, Friday Music, $29.99. Slash, featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators, that's on exclusive red vinyl, $22.99. John Prine is 180 gram pressing. This is $26.99, reissue, 180 gram reissue of his first album, $26.99 for John Prine. And Fall Out Boy, Save Rock and Roll, PAX AM edition. That is sealed, red with smoke swirl colored vinyl, sealed, $69.99 for Fall Out Boy. Craig Ruth wants Slash. That's sold to Craig Ruth. We also have the Traveling Wilburys limited edition 30th anniversary picture disc. That is sealed, $29.99. The Traveling Wilburys, sealed, $29.99. And live at the Bataclan, Sting, Bataclan, $24.99, sealed, 2017 Record Store Day, $24.99. Bob Riger, you were second on Slash. Michelle Biller first on the Traveling Wilburys picture disc. James Rayner was second. Shipping is $7 unlimited for all 6 shows and anything you order in our private group. So we do this 6 nights a week, $7 unlimited shipping, and that's for one album, or if you get 300 albums, $7. Sheryl Crow, Threads, that is sealed for $24.99. And the Fast and the Furious original motion picture soundtrack. Wow, I've never seen that before. That is sealed, $34.99 from 2015. The Fast and the Furious original motion picture soundtrack, $34.99. All right, if anybody wants Don Henley, he's a $35 buy it now. If anybody wants the Stu Cook autograph, he's a $45 buy it now. So Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. This is a $35 buy it now. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. DH is sold to Daniel Buzide. Jake, that was a $35 buy it now. ENP wants the John Prine. Let's pull that for ENP. That was the John Prine self-titled. That's sold to ENP. And the CCR, Willie and the Poor Boys, autographed by Stu Cook. That is a $45 buy it now. I'm going to put it right back in here. I'm going to put the JSA card right there next to it. $45 buy it now on that. Let's see what else we have here. Next, over here we have in the Japanese department, I think we have a Japanese copy of the Beatles, Abbey Road. This one looks really cool, actually, with the Apple OB on it. Let's take a look here. Stephen A. Young is going to get the Sting album live at the Bataclan. That's sold to Stephen A. Young. Let's take a look at the Abbey Road here by the Beatles. Ooh, nice. It's on red vinyl. Very, very cool. Let me take a look at this. It's on red vinyl. It looks like it's very nice. It's hard to grade. I'm just now looking at this for the first time. It's hard to grade these Japanese pressings, or it's hard to grade colored vinyl unless you can really get it under a good light. It looks pretty clean though. I do see some marks on it, you know, non-feelers, but so it's not near mint and pristine. But I mean, if it was any other record, I would say it's really nice. So. Going to be a $55 start, red vinyl, Abbey Road. $55 start. Let's be very conservative on a Japanese grade and call it a VG Plus for Japanese. So $55 start on Abbey Road. There's the original black Apple inner sleeve. There's the lyric insert. It does have some foxing on it. There's the cover with Obi. $55 start on Abbey Road. That is a Japanese pressing. That's a Japanese pressing of that. All right, let me finish going through this bin or keep showing some more. Iron Man. Interesting. Invincible. This is sealed, $99.99. It's 50 cent, Get Rich or Die Trying on red vinyl. So this is actually a 50 cent album, Get Rich or Die Trying. It has an Iron Man cover variant on translucent red vinyl. So it's got Marvel artwork. That's $99.99, sealed. I've never seen that before. Ludacris, Release Therapy. That is sealed for $31.99, Ludacris. And The Who, live at the Isle of Wight, 50th anniversary on gold vinyl, sealed, $32.99. I'm glad Bob Riger's doing a test comment. I'm going to step over here and get some more autographs. Everybody let me know where you're watching from. We still got about 200 viewers right now. Everybody is very, 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 very quiet, aren't they, Jake? Very, 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 very quiet. So I need something to happen. I need some excitement. I need some excitement for sure. Okay. Let's see what we have right over here. Let's see what we have right over here. Okay. I would like to see as many comments as possible. We got a red vinyl Abbey Road. I just grabbed a few more autographs. I've looked at so many autographs lately. I've gone through so many. Let me step over here and see what else I have left that I hadn't shown. A couple of these I've got to check right quick. I wrote down a lot of them, but some of them I don't have ready like I was going to, but I'm trying my best to sort through them. They're in a big pile over here. A lot of the ones I took pictures of. Some of them I didn't take pictures of. Let me see some of the ones here I didn't take pictures of. Okay, well, here's one thing I know I can do for sure, because I'm going to post it in the group if they don't sell tonight. But we've already auctioned one, and this is, I've got 3 more of these. I've already auctioned one. This is $155. We've already sold one. If anybody else, I have 3 more. They're autographed photos by Don Knotts, Barney Fife, Andy Griffin Show. I've got 3 more, $155. They're all JSA authenticated. I've got 3 more if anybody else wants one. They're autographed photos by Don Knotts. Blue Sharpie, JSA authenticated, $155. I've got 3 of those. So those are about now that we've already auctioned one. We've already sold one for $155. I've got 3 more if anybody else would like one. Okay, but let me go back up to the top where I left off. We sold John Prine. We sold Sting. Brian Arrigo wants The Who. Those sold to Brian Arrigo. There's all of our location comments. Thanks for participating in that. That also helps the feed. We have Paul Brothers. He's at $55 on the Beatles. That's sold to Paul Brothers for $50, or he's at $55. He's at $55 on that. Brian Arrigo got The Who. And let's go ahead and put up our next autograph. This is very cool here. This is autographed by Leslie West from Mountain. He was in a band called The Vagrants. An autograph, $45. The B-side is I Love You, Yes I Do, The Vagrants, Leslie West. They actually did a hit cover of Respect, the Otis Redding song, also made famous by Aretha Franklin. So this is autographed by Leslie West from Mountain. It's a 45 Atco in the original Atco sleeve, JSA authenticated, $45 start on that. Autographed by Leslie West. I think that's really cool. $45 start on that. So that's up for bid, autographed by Leslie West, and final call on the Beatles for $55. Back to the bin. We have Black Eyed Peas behind the front, recorded in visual stereo sound. That is sealed, Black Eyed Peas, $24.99. Friday, original motion picture soundtrack. That is sealed, $34.99. Music by Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Cypress Hill, Scarface, 2 Live Crew. Joy Division, Substance, $37.99, sealed, $77-$80. That is $37.99. Fred Carnell, we've already got a bid of $55 on the Beatles. Paul Brothers was in first, so we're looking for more than $55 on that one. The Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle picture disc. That was from Record Store Day 2018. That is sealed for $34.99. Fred Carnell gets Joy Division. J.K. was second. And Paul T. is going to get the Friday soundtrack. Calvin Ward is at $45 on the Leslie West Vagrants, $45, autographed. Fred Carnell's at $56 on the Beatles. Nat Reynolds, you were second on Friday. The 1975, sealed, $34.99. The 1975, A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships. The 1975, sealed, unopened, $34.99. Katy Perry, Teenage Dream. Katy Perry is sealed, 2010, probably white vinyl, $59.99. Sealed from 2010, $59.99. Ice Cube, Everything's Corrupt, $31.99. That's a great deal because I think those are new, like $39.99. Ice Cube, Everything's Corrupt, $31.99. And Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker soundtrack, that's also sealed, $34.99. So final call now. Leslie West is at $45 with Calvin Ward. Autographed $45 by the Vagrants. Going twice, going 3 times. The Beatles is at $56. The Beatles is at $58. Paul T wants Ice Cube. And we have J.K. getting the Star Wars. Those are both sold. I'm about to sell the Leslie West autograph for $45. Return to Forever, Music Magic. $19.99. It has the original inner sleeve and insert. Return to Forever. Yes, 50th anniversary, live at the Apollo. That's John Anderson, Trevor Rabin, Rick Wakeman. It's on colored vinyl. It's on orange vinyl, $49.99. Yes, at the Apollo. John Anderson, Trevor Rabin, and Rick Wakeman. That is $49.99. That's not me on the Ice Cube. That was, yeah, Paul T, you got the Friday soundtrack. Nat Reynolds was second. Paul Bill got the Ice Cube album. J.K. got Star Wars, and J.K. wants Yes. All right, let's go ahead and sell Leslie West to Calvin Ward for $45. Next is, did I already make a note of this one? Very desirable autograph here, David Allen Coe. I think I already have the starting bids in my notes. Let's see here. I hope I do. DAC, yeah, $155 start. This is an autographed press photo from David Allen Coe. JSA authenticated, David Allen Coe press photo. $155 start. There's the JSA verification. There's the signature. David Allen Coe, $155 start. David Allen Coe, $155 on that. Now up for bid, $155. Also, The Who, My Generation, double LP edition. This is the original album remixed in true stereo and a selection of stereo bonus tracks. Packaged in a stunning gatefold sleeve with period photos and memorabilia, sealed $29.99. That's a tough original find, of course. And Whitesnake's Greatest Hits, that's on red vinyl, just $29.99. Sealed. Whitesnake's Greatest Hits on red vinyl. David Allen Coe is $155 start. Fred Carnell, you're out on the Beatles. You haven't bid again. I'm about to sell it to Paul for $58 unless you want to bid. Jimmy Sears on Whitesnake. And Brian Arrigo gets The Who. The high bid on the Beatles is at $58 with Paul Brothers, and it's on red vinyl. I've graded it as VG Plus, Japanese VG Plus. Nicholas, you were second on The Who. Let me read what's left in here. That was a great crate, a lot of out-of-print, sealed stuff. The 45 was sold to Calvin Ward for $45. Tom Moran's at $60 on the Beatles. Final call to get a bid in on David Allen Coe for $155 start. $155 start. Final call on that. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second. Okay. We have John Prine, In Spite of Ourselves, $26.99. Orson Welles, The Begatting of the President, $14.99. Shane Devers is in on David Allen Coe for $155. Bill Lorowitz is $11.99. Al Di Meola, Casino, $19.99. Buddy and Jim. Buddy and Jim is $24.99, 2012 Record Store Day. Hot Tuna, Yellow Fever, $19.99. Steve Earle, Towns, a tribute to Towns Van Zandt, $29.99. Deep Purple Burn is $29.99. We have Fall Out Boy, Save Rock and Roll, Sealed, $69.99. Sheryl Crow Thread, Sealed, $24.99. The Fast and the Furious, Sealed, $34.99. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying with an Iron Man cover variant and red vinyl. That is $99.99. Ludacris, Release Therapy, Sealed, $31.99. Black Eyed Peas is $24.99. Also, the Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle, $34.99. The 1975 is $34.99. Those have all been sealed. So is Katy Perry, $59.99. And Return to Forever is $19.99. Shane Devers gets the David Allen Co. for $155. Single bid, only bidder on that. Paul Brothers is the new high bidder on the Beatles at $62. Tom Moran, you're out. Leon Russell has already sold. Next is Coco Taylor. This is a autographed CD artwork. So this is actually from that collection we got in South Carolina. If y'all remember all those blues CDs and blues albums we got, he had a lot of these framed where Coco Taylor had signed some. So this is just the artwork of a CD. $35 start, JSA authenticated. It's autographed by Coco Taylor. That's a $35 start. Tom Moran's on the Beatles. Paul Brothers has that for $62. Final call. Still got Don Knotts for $155 if anybody wants him. All right, so final call on that. Coco Taylor is a $35 start. I've already been through that crate. Let's go ahead and go through another one over here. Let me stack this right up here. Got some crates. How many crates have we already been through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said I had 9 to go through before we were done tonight. So let's go through this and see what's in here. And then I've got a crate of on-sale vintage. And then I may go through some of those crates, I guess, from Saturday night when Paul was hosting the show. I was flipping through them earlier, and I was like, I don't remember going through these. And it's because it was some stuff that Paul went through from the night I wasn't here. I was like, well, that'd be fun to go through those. It'll be like new arrivals for me. And it may be some stuff that y'all missed out on if you didn't get to watch Saturday night. Let's go ahead and sell Paul Brothers the Beatles for $62. That's sold to Paul Brothers for $62. Let me see what else I have over here we can put up for auction. So I do have, let me show. Okay, these are actually all, let me show these. Let me show these and yeah, okay. All right, so actually, since Calvin was the winning bidder, I'll see if he wants them, and then if anybody's interested, you might want to go ahead and comment so you can get next in line. But I've got 2 more Vagrants 45s, and this is actually a really good song too, Beside the Sea, autographed by Leslie West. So these are different. This is Beside the Sea in a sunny summer rain. So that's a different one. If you want that one as well, Calvin, for $45. And I have another one, different tracks. So I've got 2 other different Vagrants 45s autographed by Leslie West. If Calvin wants them since he won the last one, or if anybody else wants one, I've got 2 more. We have already sold Five Finger Death Punch. Yes, it's already been sold. All right, let's see what we got in this crate. Dr. John Malcolm Rebenneck. Dr. John is from 1977, $54.99, and that is not easy to get, $54.99. Dr. John Malcolm Rebenneck, and that is $54.99. 1977 U.S. rare, no condition note, sold to Brent Robley. This is The Doors live at the Bowl, 68, RTI pressing sealed, $59.99. Paul T was next on Dr. John. We have Big Sandy and his Fly Right Boys, It's Time. Big Sandy is $49.99. $49.99. Big Sandy and his Fly Right Boys, It's Time. 2003 U.S. pressing. John Prine, The Tree of Forgiveness. John Prine is $24.99. John Prine, The Tree of Forgiveness. And Bobby Keys. Bobby Keys is a 1972 UK pressing. Tape on the bottom. Scene, $36.99 for Bobby Keys. Bobby Keys, Green Warner Brothers label, $36.99. Glenn Phillips Band. This is Elevator, $14.99. If anybody wants the Coco Taylor autograph CD cover, that is a $35 buy it now. And I've got to put these Leslie West autographs over here. If anybody wants those, they're all still available. Those are all still available. Let me grab our next Japanese pressing. Our next Japanese pressing is going to be Creedence Clearwater Revival Gold, and I'm going to put up a copy of Journey Frontiers. These are both Japanese pressings. Let's put these up for auction. First, we have Brent Robley on the BK for Bobby Keys. I remember Dale had this from the Pittsburgh collection. He wrote, rare, hard to find on that. I remember when I was sorting through those records the other day, trying to find all the autographs. I was pulling out all the autographs, and I was leaving all the other stuff for John and Paul to price. So that's sold to Brent Robley. Michael Nath gets the Coco Taylor autographed artwork here. That's sold for $35, Jake, to Brent Robley. I think I said $35. I'll sell it for $35 either way. And our next two auctions are going to be Japanese pressings. We have Creedence Gold, which is a Creedence Clearwater Greatest Hits Japanese pressing. This one is exceptionally nice. $35 start. It's a Greatest Hits for CCR. Run Through the Juggle, Hey Tonight, Fortunate Son, Looking Through My Back Door, Who'll Stop the Rain. That was just all on one side, plus others. There's the Japanese insert. There's the cover of Obi. Very nice. $35 start for CCR. More, or just Creedence Gold. And this is Journey Frontiers, a Japanese pressing in shrink wrap. Also a $35 start. The vinyl is Near Mint Minus. Journey Frontiers has one insert, the Japanese insert, and a very nice cover shrink wrap, and actually a hop sticker as well. Journey's a $35 start. Okay, back to the bin. We have Ernie Watts, musician, $9.99 for Ernie Watts. Ronnie Earl and the Broadcaster, Steel River, that is sealed, $69.99. It's a 1993 audiophile pressing, sealed, $69.99. Fancy, Meeting You Here. The name of the group is Fancy. It's called Meeting You Here. It is sealed. Rare Private Press, 1971 rock album, $49.99. Jimmy's at $35 on Journey, going once, going twice. Third Man Records, single releases, 2011. Sealed, black, white, and yellow vinyl, 3LP from 2012, $39.99. Third Man Records, that is sealed. Genesis Abacab, that's a half-speed master for $29.99. Genesis half-speed master of Abacab, $29.99. Which Big Sandy and year? Big Sandy is called Big Sandy and his Fly Right Boys, It's Time, 2003 U.S. pressing, $49.99. Long Beach, California, Sublime, Robin the Hood. Sublime is an audiophile remaster, $39.99. Journey is now at $39. Chad Smith wants the Third Man 2011 single releases. That's sold to Chad Smith. Tom Morello, the Atlas Underground Fire. Tom Morello, that is sealed, $36.99. Sealed on orange splatter vinyl. Supersonic Blues Machine, California Soul. That is $22.99 by the Supersonic Blues Machine, California Soul. Also, Hoosiers, the original motion picture soundtrack. Well, I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's on the promo label. Maybe one other time. I think I'm remembering the back cover now. Promo label, 1999. Journey was at $39. Now Journey's at $45. Scott Drum wants Big Sandy. Who asked about it? Julian. Julian, let me know if you want Big Sandy. If not, then it's sold to Scott Drum. Julian asked about it, though. Scott Shears on Super Super Blues and Brent Robley on the Hoosiers soundtrack. Pretty cool. Hadn't watched that in a long time. This is Monophonics. It's Only Us. This is on orange vinyl, $49.99. Monophonics, It's Only Us, orange vinyl, $49.99. John Smetzer, you were second on the Hoosiers album. Traveling the Lonesome Road, an anthology of the Victor Bluebird catalogs. That is $19.99 from 1970. It's a UK mono blues compilation, $19.99. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, that's $19.99. Jimmy Sears, let me know if you want back in on Journey. Daniel Booziden has that for $45, final call. I'm going to go ahead and make Creedence a buy it now for $35. If anybody wants Creedence, it's a buy it now for $35. Creedence Clearwater Revival Gold, a greatest hits compilation from Japan. Very nice copy. That's a $35 buy it now. Dave Daisy's Chosen People. That is sealed for $19.99. So Julian passes on the Big Sandy. So that is sold to Scott Drum. Nick Bargeron is going to get the CCR for a $35 buy it now. And Two Sides of Jackie McLean featuring Donald Byrd. That is $19.99. Two Sides of Jackie McLean featuring Donald Byrd. There was like 3 questions about records in the last crate If you want to send those again, I will try to find them. I had already moved on to this one, but I have pulled the Zombies. Fred Carnell, The Zombies is a Record Store Day picture disc from 2018. It is sealed, $34.99, 2018 Record Store Day release of Odyssey and the Oracle. David Hoy gets the Jackie McLean. We have Any Loose Luther Vandross, 1999. Is anybody looking for any autograph that you saw posted? I posted like 48 autographs in a gallery. Actually, the Facebook ad was just approved about an hour before I went live, so we may have some new people on. If anybody saw any other autographs you're waiting on, let me know. I don't have them all like tagged far as research, but I have my laptop next to me where I can pull up some comps very quickly, where I can price them accurately. If I can't find a comp, I may have to take a little bit more time, but I do have several autographs over here that we hadn't sold. There's also about 100 more press photos and cut signatures that I did not photograph that we also have over here. But I wanted to try to get through everything I posted first, because that was really whatever I had. Most of the stuff that I had planned on auction tonight was those autographs. That was enough for like a full show. So if there's anything you're looking for, just let me know, and I will try to find that. And if I can't get to something tonight, I may need a little bit additional time, and we'll run it tomorrow. But I've tried to get as much as he's ready. But it took me a while just to photograph them. It's one of the last things I did. And I was like, well, if I don't have them ready during the show, we'll do them the next night, or we'll, roll them over to the next one, whatever. We do this every night, as y'all well know. So, yes, I do have a Coco Taylor and Buddy Guy, JSA authenticated. Both signatures have been authenticated, Coco Taylor and Buddy Guy. It's a chess. It's actually a promo CD sampler pamphlet, like the front artwork. It's signed by Buddy Guy and Coco Taylor. I was looking at Buddy Guy comps actually before the show started. I've got a couple what I see sold here on eBay. And then I also see that, of course, we just sold a Coco Taylor. But I'm thinking for this, very fair starting bid, $95 start. It's signed by Coco Taylor and Buddy Guy, JSA authentication. I think the JSA sticker's on the back, yeah. And it's, that's a CD sampler. So 95, and man, I don't know if you could I don't think you can get a Buddy Guy authenticated signature for that right now, much less also Coco Taylor's on there. So that's up for bid. Michael Nath is in very quickly, $95 on that. Let's go ahead and sell Journey. Everybody's out. Daniel Booziden got that for $45. Let's see, the McGuinn Hillman poster. Brent, I will get that on deck. Fred Carnell's going to pass on the Zombies picture disc. Judas Priest, that will be sold sometime. Well, actually, no, we'll have that. That won't be next month. That will be sometime in the next couple weeks, probably. The Tom Morello album. The Tom Morello album was called The Atlas Underground Fire, and that was sealed on orange vinyl, $36.99. So that's our next autograph. Let me put up another Japanese pressing. We've already sold one Elton John compilation. Here's another one. This one's called Elton John Best 20. And I believe this is got a poster with it. Yeah, so this is another really nice Elton John compilation, Best 20. Near mint and pristine. This is going to be a $45 start. DJM Japanese pressing. It has a poster with it. It has a poster with it that I've never seen before. Just a $45 start. It's an Elton John hits compilation. There is a little bit of foxing right here on this inside panel. It has a multi-page book with it with all the lyrics, and that's a $45 start. David Allan Coe's already sold. Right now, that's the only David Allan Coe I have for tonight. I think we have other David Allan Coe autographs. I think I've got some albums signed by David Allan Coe. I haven't seen those in a while, but I know they were authenticated. And I think we may have like one other press photo or something, but I don't have any more tonight. Final call on the Coco Taylor Buddy Guy signature for $95. Next is the John Butcher Axes yellow vinyl promo, $9.99. Tavares, sealed in the city, has a punch hole. Does have a hop sticker though. That is sealed, $19.99 for Tavares. Another Pretty Reckless, Going to Hell, on purple vinyl, 2021, $34.99. So we're about to sell the chess autograph by Coco Taylor and Buddy Guy, and final call on Elton John for $45. Tom Petty, Wildflowers and All the West, All the Rest. That's an R, not a W. All the Rest. That is $36.99. That's a triple LP. That is the classic Wildflowers album. I almost called it Wildfires. Sean Holford on the Pretty Reckless. Craig second. Brent third. James Rayner fourth. Tom Petty, we have Buddy and Julie Miller, written in chalk, pressed at RTI, sealed for $59.99. Buddy and Julie Miller, written in chalk, $59.99. Coco Taylor and Buddy Guy is sold to Michael Nath for $95. That was a good deal, and I'm going to go ahead and make Elton John a very quick buy it now. I don't know if I even left enough time for anybody to bid, but if you want it now, it's a $45 buy it now. Elton John, Best 20 Japanese compilation with poster. We have Don Ray, The Garden of Love. That is sealed for $19.99. Diana Ross Live is a white label promo for $19.99. And Dirty Honey, $22.99. For Dirty Honey, $22.99. That's in shrink wrap. Let me go over here and see if I remember anything else that some people had asked about. Well, no one asked about this, but I'm going to try it, and maybe this too. Let me see if I can find that poster that was just asked about. Here's a couple cool signatures, and I may have to, let's see here. Yeah, let me try to run this. Okay, let me get a couple things here on standby for autographs, and I got more Japanese pressings as well, so let's try to get all this stuff sold. Plus, I have a huge no-sale pile of autographs over here, so pretty much at the end of the show, we'll go through those one more time. So David Hoy wants to put back the Jackie McLean. No problem. So that was claimed a moment ago. Scott Drum wants the Tom Petty, and Greg Rogers gets the Dirty Honey. Let me go ahead and set those aside for Jake. And Michael Marth, you are second. Small Faces, 78 in the shade, $24.99 for Small Faces. And Piaf, and that is a 1980 mono, $14.99. Edith Piaf, I think that's how you say her last name. I may be off on that. Let me see what I have over here right quick. Give me 1 second. Next, we're going to be doing a bin of on-sale vintage stuff that I've compiled, one of our 9, 14, and $19.99 flip crates. So give me a second, and I will start pulling some of that. But I know lately, this next autograph, his albums have always sold really well. And I don't know if I have, let's see if I can find some. This is a 45. I was actually just trying to figure out what the 45 was too. But let's see here. Yeah, his autograph looks like it does pretty well too. So this is an autograph 45 by Gary Moore. So this is Gary Moore, Friday on My Mind. Gary Moore, Friday on My Mind. It's an autograph 45. There's the JSA authentication. It's autograph on the front in like silver paint pen. Gary Moore, Friday on My Mind. I've also never seen this 45 before. It's from 1987. That's going to be a $75 start, autographed by Gary Moore, Friday on My Mind. JSA authenticated 45, signed Gary Moore. That's a $75 start. Gary Moore, Friday on My Mind. Dirty Honey has already sold. Brent Robley wants SF. That was Small Faces. And this is near mint, Mark Lent. No condition notes on this. Edith is very clean. Yes, near mint minus. $75 start on Gary Moore. And the Jackie McLean was put back. I've got it right here next to me. The price on that is $19.99. 2 sides of Jackie McLean featuring Donald Byrd. That's still available for $19.99. Also, Art Ensemble of Chicago Live. That's a 1982 Spain import for $29.99. And we have Archie Shepp, Montreux 1, $19.99. And the Crusaders, Free as the Wind. The Crusaders is $14.99. Free as the Wind. We sold several Crusaders albums last night. Our next Japanese auction is going to be Warrior, Scandal, featuring Patti Smythe. I don't know if I've had a Japanese pressing of this before. Shrink wrap too with Obi. $35 start, Warrior, Scandal, featuring Patti Smythe. Very clean, as in pristine Japanese pressing. There's the LP. There's the Japanese booklet in shrink wrap with Obi. $35 start on that. I don't recall having that one before. Mark Lent is going to get the Edith. That is sold to Mark Lent. Final call to get a bid in on Gary Moore. And we have Scandal, Warrior, featuring Patti Smythe. So let me recap this bin, then we're going to go through that crate of on-sale new stuff. Next, we have The Doors, Live at the Hollywood Bowl, 68. That's a sealed RTI pressing, $59.99. John Prine, The Tree of Forgiveness, $24.99. Jeff Hawes is at 75 on Gary Moore, going once, going twice. Glenn Phillips Band, Elevator, that's $14.99 for Glenn Phillips Band. We have Ernie Watts, musician, $9.99 for Ernie Watts, musician. Ronnie Earl and the Broadcasters, Steel River, that is sealed, a 1993 audiophile pressing, $69.99. Fancy, that's called Meeting You Here, sealed, $49.99. Rare, Private Press, 1971 folk rock. Final call on Gary Moore for $75, and a final call to get a bid in on Scandal, looking for a $35 start. We have a new bid on Gary Moore for $76. Genesis Abacab, $29.99. I was literally just looking at comps on that autograph, and I'm looking at sold listings. So here's where a couple LPs, they were sold in Germany, but here's where a couple sold LPs sold for $427.39. That might be an outlier, but I'm also seeing a lot of press photos. And what is that? That an album there? Most everything is right, including shipping, because a lot of it's overseas, it looks like. A lot of his stuff is sealed or signed, and it's being sold overseas. And these aren't authenticated. I'm not seeing anything from JSA. And they're selling for well over $100, it looks like. Most everything on here. And I don't see anything, JSA or PSA. Those are sold prices without authentication. And there's nothing sold for under $100, including shipping. So that's at $80 right now. Autograph $45. Jeff H is at $80. Fred Carnell wants to know the Archie price. That was Archie Shep. That was one of the last records. Archie Shep is $19.99. Montreux 1. Sublime is $39.99. Audiophile remaster. Monophonics, It's Only Us on orange vinyl, $49.99. Traveling This Lonesome Road, an anthology of the Victor Bluebird catalogs, $19.99. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, $19.99. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town. Dave Davies, Chosen People, that is sealed for $19.99. Any Love, Luther Vandross, that's $19.99 with the original inner sleeve. The Zombies, sealed picture disc, $34.99. Tom Morello is still available. So is the John Butcher Axis promo. Tavares was sealed. Buddy and Judy Miller. The Don Ray, The Garden of Love. Dinah Ross Live. The Jackie McLean, The Crusaders, and the Art Ensemble of Chicago. No putbacks tonight, but we do have Archie Shep being sold right now to Fred Carnell. That's sold to Fred Carnell. The Rod S condition. Rod Stewart. None of these, I think, were check condition. This is EX Plus, near mint minus, John Smetzer. Very clean copy of Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town. Gary Moore is at 81, now 85. If anybody wants the Warrior Scandal featuring Patty Smythe, Japanese pressing, that's a buy it now for $35 if anybody wants that. Buy it now if anybody wants that for $35. The Scandal, that is now up for bid. That is now up for bid. Alrighty, let me grab one of our next auctions over here. Let's see what we have. Okay, it's actually Ted Nugent. It's an autographed Ted Nugent magazine. It has been JSA authenticated. There's the sticker and there's a certification card with it. It's a Ted Nugent autographed magazine. World Bow Hunters magazine. Ted Nugent. He autographed it Ted 91, so I'm assuming it was autographed in 1991. I've got some comps over here of what I've seen some of his stuff sell for. Of course, the guitar, that's an outlier. I see a couple of photos and other items very similar to this. I'm going to start it for $85. Ted Nugent, autographed magazine, $85 start. JSA authenticated, that's now up for bid, $85 start. Next is JK bid $85 on the Gary Moore. John Smetzer got Rod Stewart. That's so to John Smetzer. And how much was Buddy and Julie? Buddy and Judy Miller is $59.99. $59.99. It's sealed, pressed at RTI. Let's go through this bin of discounted vintage. I think y'all are really going to like this. The first batch is going to be $9.99. Then we've got some $14.99 and then some $19.99. But Jake, everything I'm going to pull out of this crate is $9.99, okay? $9.99 all the way until we get to that sticky note. And then it's going to go up in a small increment. But first, I've hand-selected some very nice vintage here, a lot of great major markdowns. Y'all know when we build these flip crates, these are like priced to sell. They're priced to move. By the way, the Gary Moore autograph is at $85. Fred Carnell, you're out. Jeff H., you're out. No one has said out, so we still got 3 active bidders on that. JK has it for $85, and that is what we're looking for, a starting bid on Ted Nugent. Looking for an $85 start on that. Everything in this bin is $9.99. Item number 1 is Spirit, the 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. If I don't say anything about the grade, then it's EX Plus Near Mint Minus. This is on the Black Epic label, $9.99 for Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Paul McCartney and Wings, Back to the Egg. It has the original inner sleeve, $9.99, Back to the Egg, an original Terre Haute pressing, $9.99. Paul McCartney and Wings, Back to the Egg. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles soundtrack. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, $9.99. Big discount on that. Original motion picture soundtrack. It's a Funky Thing to Do. Hank Crawford, now $9.99. That's on the Cotillion label. That is from 1971. Hank Crawford, $9.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold. It does have a sticker right here. Somebody wrote 59 Lightfoot. VG Plus condition. VG Plus condition, $9.99. Still got 3 bidders on Gary Moore. 86, now 90, and now 90. JK was in first at 90, so Jeff H. and Fred Carnell, you're out. We have Tom Moran on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's $9.99. So Jake, these all start at $9.99 now. That's sold to Tom Moran. James Rayner second. Corey Gaston got the Gordon Lightfoot. And Scott Drum wants PTA. That was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Scott, you were third on that one. Let's go ahead and make Ted Nugent a buy it now. Autographed Ted Nugent magazine, $85 buy it now. No bid. That's now a buy it now for $85. We got several bidders on Gary Moore. We just had somebody say out. I saw it as I stepped away. So Ted Nugent's an $85 buy it now. Let me step over here and let's see here. That's not what I meant to click on. I had a price for this, and now I can't find my sticky I had on this one. It's not in my phone notes either, so give me 1 second on this. We got out. Jeff H. is out on Gary Moore, so it's between Fred Carnell and JK. JK has the high bid for $90. Yeah, JK had it for $90. High bid on that. Let me get one. I think it is. I'm connected. Are you connected on both? Yeah, I know. Everybody's quiet. It gets like that sometimes. I kind of imagine when we have like a couple hundred people on, it's like, if I was in a room for a couple hundred people, everybody's awfully quiet. So, but everybody's just kind of tuned in. They're kind of just tuned in and watching. They're kind of just tuned in and watching. They really don't have a lot to say, evidently, which is okay. Sometimes that messes up the chat, but usually there's questions or something. But I think everybody, these on sale bins, sometimes they get kind of zoned in, Jake. Let's see here. All right. So, where did we get to? We pulled Gordon Lightfoot. We have test, and we're still at 91 and now 95. So we're at 95 with Gary Moore. We have Foghat Rock and Roll, $9.99. Foghat Rock and Roll. It's in shrink wrap for $9.99. Foghat Rock and Roll. Also, Paul McCartney, Tug of War, just $9.99. A very clean copy of Tug of War with the original inner sleeve, $9.99. We got Jeffy Master coming in on Foghat. Blade Singletary, you're second. Gary Moore is at 100. Gary Moore is now at 100. Let me see what we've got over here. Let's see. Okay, George Duke, Master of the Game. George Duke is $9.99. And Foghat Live, the classic live album, has Slow Ride on here. The great live version of that, $9.99. And Rosemary Clooney and Duke Ellington, Blue Rose. Ellington and Clooney, Blue Rose, a 1956 6i mono, $9.99. Frampton Comes Alive, VG Plus condition, Just $9.99. 2 LP live Frampton. Blade Singletary first to Foghat. First on Foghat Live. It looks like Tom Moran, you were second. So Fred Carnell, you're back out on the Gary Moore. Up for bid is Gary Moore, Friday on My Mind. Autograph 45, JSA authenticated. The new high bid is with JK at $100. Autographed by Gary Moore. Bill McAllister on Duke Ellington. That's sold to Bill McAllister. Jane Fink on Peter Frampton. Jane Fink on Peter Frampton. And we had... now the feed's moving fast, Jake. We have Bill McAllister on Duke Ellington. Jane Fink was first on Peter Frampton. Jamie Butler was second. Sean Fairweather second on Duke Ellington. And we have Nat Reynolds says he'll take George Duke. Somebody asked about the Richie Sambora Bon Jovi autograph. It has not been sold. It's not going to be sold tonight, but it will be sold in the near future. James Taylor, Mudslide Slim, VG Plus condition, $9.99. Mudslide Slim, James Taylor, VG Plus, $9.99. In his 90s grunge. If you could be a little bit more specific, I'll let you know what I have. If you're looking for originals, they're all gone. No originals here, but I do have hundreds of sealed, thousands of new sealed LPs. But if you're looking for originals, they're going to be sold here, but they're going to be sold at auction, and they're all gone if I ever do get any. That's some rare and very expensive stuff. The Hassles, VG condition, $9.99. This has Billy Joel in it. The Hassles, VG condition, $9.99. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming. VG Plus condition, $9.99. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming. VG Plus, $9.99. And John Mayall, Moving On. This is now just $9.99. John Mayall, Moving On. No condition notes, red Polydor label, $9.99. All right, let's sell the Gary Moore. JK gets that for $100. That's sold to Gary, not Gary Moore, Jake. That's sold to JK for $100. Michael Nath gets to John Mayall. That was $9.99. And Jimmy Sears, you were second. Okay, this kind of hard for me to figure out what the exactly price it for. It's got 3 signatures on it. It's got Chris Hillman and Roger McGuinn, and it also has with country music legend Marty Stewart. And this is a poster celebrating the 50th anniversary of Sweetheart of the Rodeo. And it's JSA authenticated, all 3 signatures. You know, I've been checking McGuinn signatures. I've been checking Hillman signatures. And then finding all 3 together on this poster. I think it's really cool, especially for one of their more popular albums, which I haven't seen a copy of in quite some time. So all 3 signatures. I did find some posters just like this active, so I'm going to try to beat that price and start this at just $125. JSA authenticated. JSA authenticated. This is Chris Hillman, Marty Stewart, and Roger McGuinn autographed poster. $125 start. JSA authenticated. Next is Christopher Morris on Bob Dylan. That's sold to Christopher Morris for $9.99. So that's up for bid. I've also got an autographed photo, a press photo, autographed by Fats Domino. Fats Domino. This is autographed by Fats Domino. Give me 1 second on this. So really cool poster there. Looking for Nirvana, Soundgarden, Dinosaur Jr. Well, I have Nirvana and Soundgarden albums, but like I said, they're new and sealed. A lot of people hop on and they ask if I have any grunge albums. I usually answer. I usually try to answer them, but sometimes I don't, because a lot of people who hop on and ask for that stuff, they're looking for originals, just like so many other millions of people. And I sometimes don't have any because they are very, very difficult to get originals. But I do have new sealed stuff. Okay, so Fats Domino, this is really cool. It says, "Luck always." Luck always from Fats Domino. So not personalized. Very good autograph. Blue Sharpie on a really cool press photo. This is going to be just a $45 start. JSA authenticated photograph of Fats Domino. Luck always from Fats Domino. JSA authenticated. Just got that back. $45 start on that. The poster back here is at $125, $130, $131. GC gets the Hassles. $9.99. Everything from this sticky note back is $9.99. The Force. This is a Warner Brothers compilation. This is a Warner Brothers compilation, $9.99. The Force. This is a 2 LP Warner Brothers compilation for $9.99. the Force. So it's one of those that's going to have all kinds of different artists. This side has Trapeze, Foghat, Montrose, Todd Rundgren, BTO, and Deep Purple. That was on side 1 of 4. That is the Force, $9.99. I'll pull a few Soundgarden albums, though. We have Screaming Life, we have Bad Motorfinger, we have Down on the Upside, and we have A-Sides. I guess I don't have any copies of Sleeper Unknown. I guess I need to order some more of those. I usually have Sleeper Unknown, but if you're looking for Black Hole Sun, it's on A-Side. So here's some Soundgarden LPs I have. Soundgarden AP, Screaming Life FOP, $33.99. Bad Motorfinger is $36.99. Down on the Upside is $38.99. And A-Sides, which is a greatest hits, $38.99. That's the 4 different Soundgarden LPs that I have in stock. Okay, so Hassels, 131, 45, 135. Brian C. wants the Force. This is, if you have Soundgarden, that's the only one I don't have, is Super Unknown. I guess I need to order some more of those. James Rayner, you were second on the Force. Henry's Choice third. Fats Domino's at 46. And we have the Raspberries. This is $9.99. And this is the Raspberries self-titled album, which has Go All the Way on it. Eric Carmen and the Raspberries. Live Spirit, that's in shrink wrap, $9.99. Live Spirit, $9.99. The Chris Hillman autograph poster, it's signed by Chris Hillman, Roger McGuinn, 2 of the original members of the Byrds, and Marty Stewart. That's at $138. The Fats Domino autograph has 3 different bidders now. It's at $47. Heather Feather wants the Raspberries. That's sold for $9.99. Main Course, the Bee Gees. This is sealed, unopened, $9.99. The Bee Gees Main Course, $9.99. Sealed and unopened. Leon Russell, pretty much half off at $9.99 on the original Shelter label. $9.99 for Leon Russell. Milk and Honey, John Lennon. It has the hype sticker. A little bit of cover damage there. Gold stamp promo. No condition notes on the vinyl, though. $9.99. Henry's Choice, first on the Bee Gees. Debbie second. Blade third. Carlin fourth. Laura fifth. And this is another Warner Brothers compilation. This is called The People's Music, or The People's Record. It's another Warner Brothers compilation, The People's Record. Once again, James Taylor, Gordon Lightfoot, Dion, Beach Boys, Arlo Guthrie, Mike Finnegan, and Fleetwood Mac on that side. It's pretty much like a compilation, all from Warner Brothers artists. This has Lamont Dozier, Little Feat, George Benson, Al Jarreau, Rod Stewart. So, yeah, just a really cool compilation of music. Usually has a gatefold telling about it. They have a lot of different samplers, Warner Brothers. That's called The People's Record, $9.99. Brent Robley gets the Leon Russell for $9.99. New bid on the Fats Domino autographed picture. Fats Domino, that's with Brent Alverson right now for $48. It's 100% authentic, verified by JSA's professionals. They know what they're doing, believe me. And Chris Hillman's at $140. The Chris Hillman, Roger McGuinn, Marty Stewart autographed poster is at $140. Chris is back in on Fats Domino at $50. Neil Young Trans with the sticker on the back. This is the first edition press of Neil Young's Trans album, containing a typographic mistake. $9.99. Scott Drum wants the People's Record. That is sold to Scott Drum. Is Soundgarden cover of Into the Void available on vinyl? No, it's not. No, that's only available as a bonus track, I think, on one of their CD sets. What was the Soundgarden Live album again? There is no Soundgarden Live. We have A-Sides, which is their greatest hits. Down on the Upside, Bad Motorfinger, and Screaming Life FOP. Super Unknown is in print. I just don't have it right now. And I have one Chris Cornell solo album. But we have a whole bin over here of Soundgarden, so. Okay. Scott Drum, Peoples. Yes, I got you pulled for that. You got the People's Record. The Rascals. I don't see this one as often. The Island of Real. The Rascals. $9.99. The Chris Hillman autographs at $143. Brent Alverson, you're outbid on Fats Domino. The Beach Boys, High Water. This is a Beach Boys greatest hits or compilation. $9.99. It's a 2 LP. Somebody asked about Don Knotts. I've already sold one, but I've got 3 others that are a buy it now. So if you missed out on the first Don Knotts, give me a second, and I will show what I have left with Don Knotts. We have Jethro Tull, War Child, Bungle in the Jungle in shrink wrap, just $9.99. That is a near mint copy, shrink wrapped, very clean vinyl. Has Bungle in the Jungle, one of their big hit radio songs. Another shrink wrapped, very nice from that Wisconsin collection. Some of y'all were around when we first got that earlier this year. An amazing collection. Spirit, The Son of Spirit, that's $9.99. Blade Singletary, first on Jethro Tull. Henry's Choice is second. And Tangerine Dream Exit, VG Plus $9.99. The live is from Artist In. Okay, Artist In, Into the Void. Into the Void. I may be thinking about, I know they do a real cool live version of Into the Void. That's the Black Sabbath song, right? Okay, is that on Artist In? I don't remember that. I'll have to think about that. But I do have the Artist in stock, though. Okay, Henry's Choice, you were second on Jethro Tull. Midnight Band with Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson. VG Plus, now just $9.99. Some of these are like major markdowns, just trying to move some vinyl. As they say in the retail world, they're priced to move. They're priced to move. Kinda Kinks, $9.99. Brian C. gets the Tangerine Dream. That's sold to Brian C. for $9.99. The Best of Gene Krupa, Verve's Choice. Gene Krupa compilation, black Verve label, no condition notes, $9.99. The Great Hits of Hank Williams Sr., $9.99. This is actually a 2LP. Great Hits of Hank Williams Sr., 2LP, $9.99. Update on our auctions right quick. We have a JSA authenticated autograph photo of Fats Domino. Brent Alverson was at $52. Scott B. Jack, you're out. That's at $52 with Brent Alverson. That's between Brent and Scott. And then we got two bidders on the Roger McGuinn, Chris Hillman, and Marty Stewart poster, the Byrds co-founders, along with Marty Stewart. All three signatures verified by JSA. There's the JSA authentication cert. There's the sticker there on the front. That's at $149 with Brent Robley. Going once, going twice. Jeff and Master, you're out. Condition of Gil Scott. It's in VG Plus condition. VG Plus condition on that. Chris is out on the Fats Domino auto, so that's now a final call. Brent Alverson has it for $52, autographed by Mr. Fats Domino. Scott Drum on Hank Williams Sr., that's sold to Scott Drum for $9.99. We're going through a bin of $9.99 records. After we get to this sticky note, the rest of them are $14.99. And we have Best of Fame, $9.99. That's a 1983 sealed copy, Best of Fame, $9.99. And The Sting, which is the soundtrack, the classic movie and the classic soundtrack by Scott Joplin, $9.99, Sting. And that was the last $9.99 record. Yep, that was the last $9.99 record. I'm going to go through those one more time and really show them in detail because there's some great stuff there. I hope we can sell them all. I hope we can sell them all. Laura Youngblood on Fame. Bring back Kiss Night. We probably have enough Kiss merchandise for one more Kiss Night. I know we hadn't done it in like a month, but that really was a lot to ship. They're still shipping Kiss stuff. It was so much, all the boxes and different stuff they had to pack up. We couldn't do it every week. We could, but it was so much to ship. We were selling so much merchandise there for a couple weeks. It was crazy. I'm looking for more Kiss stuff. Kiss stuff isn't easy to buy. I'll see these people with huge rooms full of Kiss merchandise, and I'll be like, are you interested in selling everything? You probably could sell your collection to me and retire. And some people will tell me, over my dead body. So it's not every day we buy an extraordinary Kiss collection. Most of these Kiss collectors, as y'all well know, a lot watching right now, they're not going to sell their stuff until they probably kick the bucket. So it's very hard to acquire Kiss collections. It's very hard to acquire record collections nowadays. There are so many collectors. There's more and more collectors every day, and nobody wants to sell. Nobody wants to sell. So if we get lucky enough to buy an amazing collection like we've been selling here every night, we're actually very fortunate because it's very tough to find these massive collections. So some of these are, nobody's ever going to sell their Kiss collection. So it's very tough to find this stuff. The Chris Hillman posters at $155. Laura got Fame. Chris Hillman's at $165. Let's go ahead and sell Fats Domino. Let's go ahead and sell Fats Domino to Brent Alverson at $52. Kiss stuff is very difficult to ship because all the different sizes. I mean, some people bought posters, bracelets, action figures, and a couple other random things, and it was like, man, how are we going to get all this in the same box? So we had to order a lot of boxes. They had to make a lot of boxes. they had a lot of boxes back there. They were, you know, like custom making almost. So we try to stick with stuff that we can all fit into standard size boxes, like photos, records. If we start doing other kind of random stuff, it's really going to delay your shipping. So there'll be people pay their invoice and be like, when is this going to ship? And we're like, probably in about a week and a half, because it's going to take a while for us to get all this processed and to get it boxed. So I've always told people, please be very patient. If you have ordered some kind of unusual stuff, if you've bought some unusual size stuff, it does take longer to ship it. We have 2 full-time guys, Ed and Doug, who pack up every day, and it takes pretty much all the time they can to get it all out on time. So, all right, The Killer, Jerry Lee Lewis, autographed, JSA authenticated. This is JSA authenticated, Jerry Lee Lewis. There's the JSA authentication. It is an autographed press photo from Jerry Lee Lewis, The Killer. That is a $115 start. $115 start. Autographed by Jerry Lee Lewis. Rest in peace. $115 start. Autographed by the man himself. JSA authenticated. By the way, anybody that's buying these, or anytime I post a picture, I'll try to post the certification. You can get on SpenceLOA.com and you can look up this number and it will tell you all the details. It will, one, verify that it's autographed and authenticated, but if there's any extra notes, they're on there as well. So that is now for be at a $115 start. Next is Chris Cornell autograph. I wish I had one. Maybe Chad has one in his collection. Maybe I don't. Any A Perfect Circle? Yes. You'll have to give me a second though. This poster is at $175. This is a final call because Brent Ribley's out. Jeff McMaster has that for $175. It's autographed by Roger McGuinn, Chris Hillman, and Marty Stewart, celebrating Sweetheart of the Rodeo. That is at $175. Jerry Lee Lewis is a $115 start. Here's what's left in the $9.99 records. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, $9.99. Great album. It's on a black Epic reissue label. Very clean though. VG Plus cover, $9.99. Still got 2 Paul McCartney albums in here. The first one is Back to the Egg, also EX Plus Near Mint Minus, original inner sleeve, $9.99. Hank Crawford, It's a Funky Thing to Do, an original on the Cotillion label. That's $9.99. Hank Crawford, It's a Funky Thing to Do. And Paul McCartney, Tug of War, that's $9.99. Also has the original inner sleeve. Paul McCartney, Tug of War, $9.99. McCartney, Tug of War. Mudslide Slim, James Taylor, VG Plus, $9.99 for James Taylor, Mudslide Slim. Original Green Warner Brothers label, $9.99. There's an odd thing going right now. Our viewer count is growing. Jake, I don't know if you've noticed that, but it just hit 201 on my feed. Usually at 10 o'clock, it starts dropping. Since about 9 o'clock, the viewer counts keep going up. So if anybody's watching, welcome. We've got some discount bins. You were hopping on at the right time. I'm showing 193 people watching right now. This is sold to Jeff McMaster for $175. If anybody wants Jerry Lee Lewis, he's a $115 buy it now. Jerry Lee Lewis is a $115 buy it now. That is autographed by The Killer, JSA authenticated. We have Live Spirit. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. Also, John Lennon, Milk and Honey. That was $9.99. Neil Young. These are all discounted for $9.99. The Rascals, The Island of Real. The Rascals. Also, the Beach Boys, High Water, a 2-record set, $9.99. We have Son of Spirit in shrink wrap, $9.99. And Kinda Kinks, $9.99. Let me see what else I've got over here on the auction block. I have a couple Japanese pressings I hadn't put up yet. The first one is Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin. We got a Japanese pressing of The Song Remains the Same. Speaking of the feed, is it working out there? Test 1, 2. I don't think anybody's commented in like 2 solid minutes. Like I said, it's always weird being in a room with 200 people and no one's saying anything. Led Zeppelin. The Song Remains the Same. Test 1, 2. Is this thing on? This is a Japanese pressing of The Song Remains the Same. Near mint and pristine. Near mint and pristine. This is a $45 start. It's a Japanese pressing. Near mint and pristine. Song Remains the Same. $45 star, $45 star. No Obi, but an exceptionally nice copy. It has the booklet with it. It's a very nice cover. As y'all know, the U.S. copies are still are usually worn out. Very, very nice. Japanese. Very, very nice. $45 star for Led Zeppelin. Scott, I'll pass right now. I'm going to try to keep all these at the discounted price for right now. Chris Bijak gets the Kinks. That's sold to Chris Bijak for $9.99. We still got the very best of Gene Krupa for $9.99. Midnight Band, that was in VG Plus. And somebody wanted the Sting earlier, and I didn't pull it. Christopher Morris, he got the Scott Joplin. I still have the Kiss rug. Yes, I hadn't. I'm going to post some big Kiss stuff like the rug. I got a Kiss table. I got some Kiss bust. And it's going to be like, this is local pickup only. We cannot ship that rug. It's going to be, we could ship it, but it's going to be impossible. I don't know even how. You'd have to roll it up, get a huge tube or something. I don't know how they ship rugs. I guess they wrap them in shrink wrap. Is that how they do it, Jake? Jake used to work at FedEx. He's seen a lot of packages. I was like, we need a FedEx guy on staff. Scott says you'll take them. Thank you. I'm trying to just keep all these the price right now because they're kind of already discounted. So this is sold to Scott Smith at $9.99 and $9.99. Thank you. Any Kiss caskets? No, but I'm sure I can find you one. Scott Drums at $45 on Led Zeppelin. So I think I pulled out some other stuff over here to auction. Let's see here. Yeah, well, I've got more Japanese stuff I hadn't got to. I got another Beatles album, Beatles for Sale. Is this on red vinyl too? It's on black vinyl, but it looks very nice. I don't get this one too often. Let's see what we have here. And I'm about to recap all the autographs we have as soon as I get done going through these $14.99 records. So first is the Beatles for Sale. Yes, very nice. The Beatles for Sale. Japanese pressing. No condition notes on that one. The Beatles for Sale. There is the original black inner sleeve. There's the Japanese insert, a little bit of foxing on it. And this is a $45 start. Beatles for Sale. $45 start. Beatles for Sale. $45 start. Kiss condoms. No, but I have some Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young condoms, and I have some Rolling Stones rolling paper. And I didn't want to sell them live here on Facebook. So I don't know about selling that kind of stuff here on Facebook. So now the Kiss casket, I thought that was a little crazy, but I found out it's like a cooler. It's like a giant cooler. It just looks like a casket, but it's also designed and suitable for burying. You know, it's a very well-tempered piece of metal, but it also can be, you know, the video I saw of Gene Simmons, he was like, well, you can put ice and drinks in it, and then you can be buried in it. I was like, okay. So $14.99. These are all discounted. Surfer Girl, The Beach Boys. This is sealed. Surfer Girl, The Beach Boys. It's a newer pressing from DOL. 180-gram reissue. Sealed. $14.99. $14.99. B.J. Thomas, The Very Best Of. Silver vinyl. Sealed. This is all discounted for $14.99. These are all discounted for $14.99. A tribute to Black Oak, Arkansas. Mutants of the Monster. That's also sealed, $14.99. And John Lennon, Rock and Roll. John Lennon, Rock and Roll. That's on Apple. It's his covers of classic rock and roll songs, such as Stand By Me, $14.99. $14.99. Okay, so Led Zeppelin was at $46. We have, what Neil Young was that? That was called Trans, $9.99. Mark Lentz at $49 on Led Zeppelin. The Beatles is at $45. Jeff McMaster gets the first $14.99 record. That was Surfer Girl. That's $14.99. Jeff McMaster also gets M.M., Mutants of the Monster. That's sealed for $14.99. Christopher Morris gets John Lennon for $14.99. Led Zeppelin, what year is it? It's probably from '76. I can't verify that. I don't have the Obi. I don't have it looked up, but it's a Japanese pressing. It's definitely a 70s pressing of The Song Remains the Same. Japanese, very, very nice condition. High bid is with Mark Lent, $49. But Stephen, I don't have the exact year because I didn't tag that one. I just knew it was we actually just unboxed these from Japan. So, but it's not it's most likely from the 70s, I would say. I would say, by the way it looks at it, a 76, but I can't say that for certain. Hey, there's another copy. Was there two people on this one? But there's another copy of John Lennon Rock and Roll. I had back-to-back copies of those. $14.99. Midnight Band price. VG Plus condition, $9.99. David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat, $14.99 for David Lee Roth. We also have the Poppers, Ellis Island in shrink wrap, $14.99. The Poppers, Ellis Island, $14.99. John Smetzer is going to get the B.J. Thomas. That's $14.99. Thought there was another Spirit. Let's see. Spirit. Oh, there's this one. There's 3 Spirits, Scott Smith. Can we get the Spirit albums that Scott Smith got? We'll verify which one he wants. There was 3 different Spirits, Scott. My bad. And I forgot all about your comment earlier. You asked, and I forgot all about that. So I've got Son of Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, and Live Spirit. So let me know which ones you want. I have Live Spirit, shrink wrapped, Son of Spirit, shrink wrapped, and 12 Dreams. I think this is the one you're wanting to put back. You're wanting the shrink wrap copies, perhaps. We'll figure out which one of those he wants. We pulled B.J. Thomas for John. Led Zeppelin's at 48. Stephen Free's at 50. He wants Live and Son. Okay, so he wants Live and Son. So yeah, I'll just swap this out, Jake. And so that means 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus is still available for $9.99. Okay, $14.99. The Who Face Dances, shrink wrapped, inner sleeve, and it has the poster. The Who Face Dances, $14.99. The David Lee Roth was called Crazy from the Heat, $14.99. Angel, On Earth as It Is in Heaven. Angel's $14.99. Riding the Storm Out, REO Speedwagon. Riding the Storm Out, Orange, original Epic label, $14.99. And we have Got Live If You Want It, the Rolling Stones, VG Plus condition, Blue London label, VG Plus, $14.99. Okay, let's do an update on our auctions. Tom Moran has been the only bid on the Beatles. I've almost forgot about it back here. $45 starting bid with Tom Moran. Final call. He has that for $45. Very nice Japanese pressing of Beatles for Sale. Led Zeppelin's been all over the place. I really don't know because there's been... The last bid I have is $50. That is the high bid. Stephen Freyu is at $50. If you're not Stephen Freyu, then you don't have this for $50. It's a near mint Japanese pressing of The Song Remains the Same. Daniel Booziden gets REO Speedwagon. We're also right in the middle of a discount bin. Everything in here is $14.99. So far, those are the ones I've shown. Those were from a different price point, but these are all $14.99. Another classic Kinks album. This is Power Man and the Money Guru. Lola versus Power Man and the Money Guru. That is in VG condition, $14.99. VG condition, $14.99. VG condition, $14.99. And Crown of Creation. I like that song. This is an early Jefferson Airplane album. Orange Epic or Orange RCA label. Very clean. No condition notes. $14.99. Crown of Creation. Country Joe and the Fish. Electric music from the Mind and Body. One that's usually beat up. This one's very nice. $14.99. Scott Drums at 51 on Led Zeppelin. We still have Brian Wilson, and we've sold the Buddy Guy, but I have more Buddy Guys. I just don't know if I can get to them tonight, but I do have more. Brent, give me 1 second. I'm going to do a big autograph recap. Chris Bijak gets the Kinks for $14.99. Stephen Freyu's at 52 on Led Zeppelin, and we do have a claim on Midnight Band. We're going to sell that to Nat Reynolds for $9.99, and we're finally going to sell Tom Moran, the Beatles for Sale, for $45. I'm going to try this Alan Jackson autograph. I think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool piece. See if there's any Alan Jackson fans watching. Let me see if I can get a quick comp on it. Some of these I hadn't got a really good chance to check yet, but I will see what I can find. I figure there was several. I could find something close enough to at least get it started. Plus, it's a promotional piece. If you've already seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about. But let's see here. Okay, I'm looking at some comps here. I'm looking at if you were to buy a JSA authenticated Alan Jackson, I see lots of photos. I bet an album of his would be tough to find signed because it's already tough to find to begin with. But this is a really cool piece. It's from Don't Rock the Jukebox. It's a cardboard stand-up. It's like a countertop display that would have been at a store from 1991. Kind of a three-dimensional type thing there. So it props up on the back. It's JSA authenticated. Alan Jackson, Don't Rock the Jukebox. It does say to Dale. It does say to Dale, Alan Jackson. I don't know if you could get that off or not, but It is autographed. So I'm looking right now like JSA authenticated, some of the cheapest ones active. There's some stuff that just got listed for auction. And then I also looked at sold items as well. Looks like there's an album insert that brought a lot. I don't know why. And then there's a CD booklet. So I'm thinking a $65 start for Alan Jackson. One, it's a pretty cool promotional piece. I think if we just had that by itself, it'd be a pretty cool item from Don't Rock the Jukebox. It is autographed. It's JSA authenticated too. So $65 start. To Dale, thanks, Alan Jackson, $65 start. And from what I'm seeing, that's a very, very competitive price. So Alan Jackson, pretty cool display. I think that's a cool piece just in general. All right, Led Zeppelin's at $52. Scott Drum's at $55. Price on the poppers, $14.99. Everything in here is $14.99 so far. These are all $14.99. It's like a discount hand-picked selection. Frank Zappa, The Mothers of Invention, Fillmore East, June 71. Originally $24.99, now $14.99 on the Reprise label. Very clean. Devin Reese gets the Angel album. That's sold to Devin Reese, $14.99. Jeff is in at $65 on Alan Jackson. Stephen Freyu, you're out on Led Zeppelin. Let me know if you want back in. John Lennon is a 2015 180 gram, $14.99, just $14.99, 180 gram remaster of Plastic Ono Band. Eric is going to get the poppers. We had Devin get an Angel. Eric is going to get the poppers and Precious Stones. This is actually a sealed picture disc. This is a sealed picture disc. It's an interview Rolling Stones picture disc, $39.99. Sherry Darnell is going to get the John Lennon, and the Rolling Stones sealed picture disc was $14.99. And Jimmy Sears is going to get the Stones. All right, Stephen Freyu, let me know if you're done on Led Zeppelin. Scott Drum has that for $55, going twice, going three times. Alan Jackson's at $65, autographed Alan Jackson. That's at $65. That's a final call. JK's in on the Led Zeppelin, new bidder for $56. New bidder for $56. So let me go through what's left in the $14.99 records. It starts right here with John Lennon. John Lennon Rock and Roll. Of course, it has the very famous cover where he covered Stand By Me, which was originally made famous by Ben E. King. Near mint, very clean copy on the first label, which was Apple. That's now $14.99. Mark Lent, we got three new bidders on Led Zeppelin. He's at $59. The Who Face Dances, this was in shrink wrap with the poster. Shrink wrapped and poster, The Who Face Dances, $14.99. $14.99. David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat, $14.99 for David Lee Roth. And Got Live If You Want It, the Rolling Stones, VG Plus condition, $14.99. Got Live If You Want It. Crown of Creation, Jefferson Airplane, that's now $14.99. And the last two was Country Joe and the Fish, another Woodstock performer, and Frank Zappa, The Mothers, Fillmore East. All right, Jeff McMaster, you get the Alan Jackson piece, very cool, $65. That's a great deal in general just on the autograph alone, and it's on a cardboard display, so very cool. That's so to Jeff McMaster. Several bidders now on Led Zeppelin. Before I do the $19.99 stuff, I do have a pocket of $19.99 stuff here. Let me recap all of the great autographs that are still available tonight. I will try to go back, and you may have to give me a second on a couple of these prices, but I do have a stack of JSA authenticated autographs here that are still available. So I'm going to go through them. If you see anything you want or if you have any questions, just let me know. These are all available as buy it nows. First, the most recent was Jerry Lee Lewis autograph press photo, $115. And these are all authenticated by JSA, 100%. That is $115. I got two. We sold one, and they're all different. I do have the Vagrants. The Vagrants is a group that had Leslie West, and of course Leslie West was in the band known as Mountain, Mississippi Queen. He was also in a group called the Vagrants. This is JSA authenticated signatures on the label. These are $45. Yeah, we sold one for $45. I've got two more. There's one, and those are the other. Leslie West signatures, and they're on 45s by the Vagrants. Those are $45 and $45. Barney Fife, we sold one. I've got three more. They're pretty much identical. Don Knotts. Don Knotts, famous actor, known, and especially known for his role as Barney Fife in The Andy Griffin Show. JS authenticated press photos, autographed in blue Sharpie. Autographed in blue Sharpie by Don Knotts. $155. We sold one. I've got 3 more. Those are autographed by Don Knotts. Stu Cook, one of the original members of Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is an autographed, very clean copy of Willie and the Poor Boys. That was a $45 buy now. That's one I'm very surprised about. I can understand the others. They're a little bit more expensive, but an autographed CCR, $45 buy now. That's still available, autographed by Stu Cook, and it's authenticated. This one's kind of an outlier. It's probably one of the more expensive ones we have left, but far as active, there are sold comps, but there's not a lot of active, especially with a nice signature like that on a very popular album of his. George Carlin. George Carlin. This is a $250 buy it now. JSA authenticated, occupation full, $250 buy it now. That's George Carlin, $250 buy it now. Now, this is one of the first ones I showed. Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, this is a backstage pass, $175 buy it now. It is JSA authenticated. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, $175 buy it now. Autographed by Brian Wilson, $175. That's available. I still got John Fogerty from Creedence Clearwater Revival. Thanks, John Fogerty. JSA authenticated. That's $135 buy now. That's like a cut signature. Looks like he signed a piece of just like white stock paper. Steve Miller Band, autographed backstage pass. Steve Miller Band, that is $115. It's autographed by Steve Miller. It's an original VIP pass. JSA authenticated. That's $115 buy it now. Steve Miller Band. This is from Nancy Sinatra's fan club. It's an autographed photo of Nancy Sinatra. That was this was just $95. $95. It says Love Nancy Sinatra, 96. There's the JSA cert. That's a $95 buy it now. We got one Jinx Dawson CD left. A lot of people asked about these. We already sold one. Known from Coven, Jinx Dawson. It's autographed, JSA authenticated. That's a $45 buy it now. And here's another surprise. Dave Mason from Traffic. An autographed copy of Traffic self-titled, signed by Dave Mason. JSA authenticated. That's a $65 buy it now. $65 buy it now. So I've still got 3 autographed LPs, and I've got all those other ones that I just showed. Final call on Led Zeppelin. JK has this for $60. Scott Drum's out. Mark Lent, if you want back in, this is the final call. JK has it for $60, and all these are still available. And I'm pretty much firm on those at sticker price right now. The main reason is I just got these back. We have a ton of money invested in the authentication. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars invested in the authentication for these. Actually, 5 digits. So more than $10,000 invested in all the authentication for these autographs. So right now they're sticker price. They're very cool items. I would love to sell them as fast as possible, but we're also in no hurry. One more item, Ted Nugent. That was, I believe, $95, I said. It's an autographed Ted Nugent. But yes, it does cost a lot of money to have these authenticated. We have spent more than $10,000 authenticating all these. So I've done the hard part for you. So I'm about to sell Led Zeppelin. Sherry Darnell is going to take the autographed Stu Cook. I do have other Stu Cook autographed albums. This is the first one I've pulled, but I do have other CCR albums autographed by him. This one just looks so nice. It's a really good signature too. So that's so to Sherry Darnell. Thank you. That's a $45. And there's the Vagrants 45, signed by Leslie West. I'm going to put those right over here. So some of these I'm going to list online because like an online auction like eBay, you never know where some of these may go. Some of these you never know, like that George Carlin. It wouldn't surprise me if it brought, like 500 on eBay. It may not get a single bid. It may not sell for $250. It may not sell for $200. But something like that, it wouldn't surprise me if it sells for $400 or $500 on there. The Rolling Stones, Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass. This has got the hop sticker on it, EX condition, $19.99. EX $19.99. I got more sticks right here. I'm about to do a recap of all the new vinyl from tonight. Scott, as soon as I go through this next batch is all $19.99. There's the Rolling Stones. There's the Kinks, Muswell Hillbillies, $19.99. The Kinks, Muswell Hillbillies, orange RCA label, $19.99. A 71 Rockaway press. Let's go ahead and sell Led Zeppelin. Let's go ahead and sell Led Zeppelin to JK for $60. We do have an eBay store, but There's only like 4 things on there right now. I've got over 50 drafts ready to be posted for auction. If I do eBay, we list a ton of stuff at once. But right now, there's only like 6 things, and it's mostly new vinyl that we have overstock of that I have listed on there. The Kinks, The Doors, Soft Parade, 1999, but our eBay is Coletco. The Left Bank, Walk Away Renee. This is pretty much half off. There is some cover damage, but the classic Left Bank album, Walk Away Renee, very clean vinyl, 1999. We will pull Scott Smith a Kicks. I will get you one. Also, Joni Mitchell, Ladies of the Canyon, a German copy. I thought this was really cool. Alternate artwork, Joni Mitchell, Ladies of the Canyon, beautiful German vinyl, 1999 for Joni Mitchell's, 1971. Also, Nas is 1999. That's half off, Todd Rundgren and Nas. Golden Earring Moontan is 1999. And The Cars, Heartbeat City. That was a great pocket of 1999 records there. And those are all discounted. So that was a recap of all the autographs. I don't see any. I'm not opposed to the offers. I'm not saying I'm not opposed to offers, but those prices are pretty firm right now. And here's the only 2 Japanese records that didn't sell. Scandal, that's a $35 buy it now. Very clean Japanese pressing. And the Elton John Best 20 Hits compilation with poster. Crocodile Rock, Honky Can't, Have Mercy on the Criminal, Your Song, Rocket Man, Border Song, Lady Samantha. That's all just on side 1. I would do 35 on Elton. How about we do 40 on Elton, and I will sell that to you. Also, for $19.99, Brent Robley is going to pick up Nas. So that's $19.99, Jake. And that's a very nice copy, has a poster with it. So, let's do one last recap on this bin. These are all $9.99. We have Spirit, Paul McCartney, Hank Crawford. These are all $9.99. Paul McCartney, James Taylor, John Lennon, Neil Young, The Rascals, The Beach Boys, Gene Krupa. Those are all $9.99. Gene Krupa, The Beach Boys, The Rascals, Neil Young, John Lennon, James Taylor, Paul McCartney, Hank Crawford, Paul McCartney, and Spirit. Blah, that was a tongue twister, talking that fast. Michael Nath is going to get the Elton John for $40, and Jim Nielsen is going to get Scandal for $35. And those are all sold. So Nas was $19.99 to Michael Nath. Elton John was Nas was $19.99 to Brent Robley. Elton John was $40 to Michael Nath. Jim Nielsen gets Scandal for $35. Debbie is going to get the Beach Boys, and Jake, I'm going to put this in a different stack because it was $9.99. Gene Krupa is Verve's Choice, the best of Gene Krupa, black Verve label, $9.99. I do have more autographs. Let me see what I can get to over here. Pretty much the rest of the night, the stuff I don't have it tagged. So if anybody's interested in something, I don't mind running it, but I don't have it tagged. But I do have several more over here. Here's some stuff I photographed. So these have actually already been posted, so I don't mind running these first. But I will show them. Here's a blues artist that I don't think I've ever had his signature before. So you have to give me a second to maybe look up some comps. I don't mind pricing it live. But here's some stuff I photographed that we have not ran yet. Junior Wells got a very, very cool, simple signature, and he dated it. I've also got John Voight, an original press photo from Deliverance. From Seinfeld, John Voight, legendary actor, and I've got Willie Nelson. It looks like an inner sleeve. He signed, and then he folded it, and it was originally framed. So there's a few. If anybody's interested in those, let me know, and I will do a quick comp check, and I will run them if I can find a comp. Brian Arrigo says he'll take the Gene Krupa. Jake, that was $9.99. So that's $9.99. Here's what's left, $14.99. $14.99, John Lennon Rock and Roll, The Who Face Dances, David Lee Roth, that's surprising, The Rolling Stones, Jefferson Airplane, Country Joe and the Fish, and The Mothers. There's several surprises in there. And now for $19.99, The Rolling Stones, The Kinks, The Doors, The Left Bank, Joni Mitchell, Moontan, and The Cars. There's some great albums in there at prices we normally don't have them for. So I'm going to keep those right here behind me. I think that's really cool autograph of John Voight from Deliverance. So Vaughn, the Elton John has already sold. We sold it for $40. I'm about to put more Japanese stuff up. But first, let me do some condensing and figure out what we have left for tonight. I also didn't get to eat before the sale. Jake, I don't know about you, but I'm getting pretty hungry. Just Jake tonight, and we can't keep Jake here too late, so I'm going to do a quick recap. I do got lots more stuff to try to run for tonight, but me and Tanner was here till about 7:30 this morning, and then he had to go like straight to Nashville or something, and he texted me earlier and said, I'm not going to make it. I've had about 2 hours of sleep. And I was like, well, I do that every day. But Tanner doesn't do it as often as me, so he's not here tonight, just me and Jake. I'm about to do a recap first of some of the new vinyl we got in. So Tanner's not here, just me and Jake, but we are selling some vinyl and selling some memorabilia. I guess we're slowly turning into a memorabilia dealer at this rate. I mean, we have, I guess, over 1,000 autographs right now, so I guess that would technically make us a memorabilia dealer. I've always kind of dabbled in memorabilia, autographs and stuff like that, but buying a huge collection like this, I guess it's made us a full-on memorabilia dealer, or at least I'd like to think of one, because that's always something I've been interested in, autographs and entertainment collectibles, and I guess we're now full-fledged into it. So let me see what I have left over here. First, we have, what you thinking on the Willie? Okay, give me 1 second on that. And Nicholas says he'll take Face Dances. Face Dances. That was Face Dances. We had the Cars, Moontan. What was Face Dances? Oh, The Who. Yes, The Who. That's $14.99, Jake. That was shrink-wrapped inner sleeve and poster. Okay. Let's do tonight's newest new vinyl, what's left. Taj Mahal, The Hidden Treasures of Taj Mahal, 69 to 73, limited and numbered, music on vinyl, $59.99, clear and blue marble vinyl, new release. And the reason this is a little bit more is I can't get it direct from my music on vinyl distributor because it is I think a Sony, yeah, it's a Legacy or, yeah, it's Sony. So anything done by Sony, I have to get it through other distributors, which it's always a little bit more. So that's why this is a little bit more. And there's a new Stevie Ray Vaughan coming out. I'm about to post a pre-order. It's the same way. They're going to be around this price range, but that's the only way I can get them. That's the only way I can get them. $59.99 for Taj Mahal. Same thing for James Taylor. It's not much more, but it's $46.99. October Road, music on vinyl, limited to 1,000 on black and gold marble vinyl, $46.99. And here's Winger. So there's 2 copies left on green vinyl. Winger, self-titled, green vinyl from Friday Music, $39.99. 1 copy left of Rocky Erickson, $33.99 for Rocky Erickson. And Kicks. Let's go ahead and pull one for Scott Smith. That's Blow My Fuse. That's on blue vinyl. Kicks, Blow My Fuse, blue vinyl, $39.99. The Willie Nelson says, to Dale, thanks, Willie Nelson. To Dale, thanks, Willie Nelson. And if anybody's interested, I'm probably going to price them anyway, but give me a second and I'll start trying to check some of those. So we have Kicks, Rocky Erickson, Winger, James Taylor, and Taj Mahal. I think I'm going to put those right back here if they'll fit. I think they will. And fill that crate back up, and now we got an empty crate. So I'm going to leave Kicks right back there. And let me see what I have. Yeah, I wanted to go through, I think these are some records from Saturday night that when Paul was hosting. So to me, they seem pretty much like new arrivals, but it was some stuff from Saturday night, and I'll make them buy it now best offer. So it's some stuff that I really hadn't got to see. It's a lot of stuff that I hadn't really got to see, and we'll make them buy it now best offer. So here's some new vintage stuff for us. Give me a second on this, and I'll start trying to figure out. But first, let me grab, I got more Japanese auctions. We got some stuff over here I have not put up yet. This looks exceptionally nice. I'm kind of afraid to look at it because this is one of my favorite albums, and we don't get a lot of these on Japanese vinyl from this dude. So first is, whoa. This is Allman Brothers, a Japanese pressing of Eat a Peach. A Japanese pressing of the Allman Brothers Eat a Peach. Let's take a look at it. LP1, very nice, very clean. Very nice, very clean. This is going to be a $55 start. The Allman Brothers, Japanese pressing of Eat a Peach. A Japanese pressing of Eat a Peach. by the Allman Brothers Band. Yes, very clean copy. Wow, I think I've spoke too soon, but I'll still do $55 start. Tend to think we want to do those a little bit higher sometimes. A little bit of foxing there on the insert. Nice cover, gatefold, and it does have the obi. It's not ripped or torn. It's not ripped or torn. It just needs to be put back on the jacket, which I don't like usually doing that live. You kind of have to bend the jacket a little bit and flex the obi, and it will slide back on. We'll work on that after the sale. But yes, very nice. Wow, Eat a Peach. That's now up for bid. Okay, Howard Jones, Dream into Action. The classic Howard Jones, Dream into Action. This is a $35 start. Near mint and pristine Japanese vinyl. There's the Japanese insert. There's the cover with obi. $35 start. So, before we get started on one of the tail end of the show, still got several people watching. So, if you're watching for the first time, it's very easy to bid and buy from us. You don't have to be registered. If you've never commented and you're watching the live stream right now, and you saw something earlier, or you see something right now you want to buy, just let me know. We'll pull it for you. I will recognize you're a first-time buyer, and I will give you instructions. So I promise I don't bite. Feel free to ask anything, and we're here to sell records for sure. Let's see here. Let me click on this. I'm looking up Willie right now. Let's see here. Let's see what we got on Willie. There's a signed dollar bill. That's sold for $275. A signed cover, $300. A press photo, $80. Signed album, $227. Index card, $130. A poster, $800. Looks like a photo, $130. Another photo, $200. Now, this is personalized. It's kind of an oddity. It's because it says to Dale. I don't know. It's on like paint pen. I doubt that could come off. I'm thinking a $75 start because it's personalized to Dale. Will and Elson. I mean, if you just cut that signature, if that was just a cut signature, then I think that would be a very good price. So, Will and Elson, $75 start. Signed by Willie Nelson, the legend. JSA authenticated. There's the verification, and there's the sticker. $75 start on that. We actually got 3 auctions going right now. Allman Brothers, Howard Jones, and Willie Nelson. So those are all 3 up for bid. Let's go through this bin. Buy it now, best offer. Kiss, Dress the Kill. Where the heck did this come from? A 75 Richmond press, $49.99. An original Kiss Dress the Kill, $49.99. A 75 Richmond press, $49.99. Dress to Kill, DTK, 75 Richmond press. The Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly. Bruce Coleman has his name from a label maker on the front. That's in VG Plus, $24.99. It has Dandelion on it. She's a Rainbow, 2,000 Light Years from Home. Painted Black, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Honky Tonk Women, Ruby Tuesday. That's the Rolling Stones, VG Plus, $24.99. These are buy it now best offer. Also, Final Call on the Allman Brothers. Michael Nath has that for $55. Final Call. Michael Nesbitt and the First National Band, Michael Nesbitt from the Monkees, VG Plus $19.99. The top seam has some splitting. These are all buy it now or best offer. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, that's an EX condition, $32.99 for Fleetwood Mac Rumors. EX condition, $32.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. The classic. Jimi Hendrix, Axis, Bold as Love. VG condition. We've had a few copies of this lately. This one's in VG condition, $14.99. Axis, Bold as Love. 30 Seconds Over Winterland. That's live Jefferson Airplane, $24.99. I think we had some of the bootlegs of this. This is the official release. Very clean copy, $24.99. And Joe Walsh, But Seriously Folks, $19.99. Joe Walsh, But Seriously Folks. Gatefold, it has the original inner sleeve, $19.99. This is actually a German pressing. I was about to say, the vinyl and label looked a little bit different on that. That's a German pressing, $19.99. Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good. Let's go ahead and sell Michael Nath, the lone bidder on the Allman Brothers, $55, Jake. That's sold to Michael Nath. Let's go ahead and make Howard Jones a buy it now for $35. And I'm going to make Willie Nelson a buy it now for $75. Autograph Willie Nelson. That is a $75 buy it now, if anybody wants that. That's going to go right over here. Howard Jones is sold to Jim Nielsen for $35. We have an offer of $12 on on JH, Jimi Hendrix. That was $14.99. Let's go ahead and sell that to Blade Singletary for $12, Jake. And next is Styx Paradise Theater. $19.99 for Styx Paradise Theater. $19.99. We sold a Japanese pressing early in the show. That's a U.S. pressing. Extremely nice. Etched vinyl. $19.99. And Traffic, Low Spark of High-Heeled Boys. Excuse me. Traffic is $19.99. Boy, we've almost went through a whole shipment of Japanese vinyl tonight. Let's see what we have left over here. We have Bread, which is not one I recall seeing too many times as Japanese. And we have a Hall & Oates, Private Eyes. Let's put some of these up for bid. I'll start looking up John Voight and getting a comp on it. And we have Bread. This is Guitar Man, a Japanese pressing, $35 start, near mint with Obi. Very, very nice vinyl. Bread. I love how they did their logo too. They put bread and they made the B and the D, and it looks like a slice of bread. That's a $35 start. Chad, in which famous band did Joe Walsh play? Joe Walsh played in the James Gang. The James Gang. The James Gang. Let's see here. This has the original inner sleeve with it. It also has the original, hey, there's the blown up bread logo. Guitar Man. I've never seen that before. That is a $35 start. Bread, Guitar Man, $35 start for that. And Hall & Oates, Private Eyes. Hall & Oates, Private Eyes. This is a $35 start. Hall & Oates, Private Eyes, Japanese pressing, near mint minus and pristine. Near mint minus and pristine. It has the Japanese insert with it. Very nice cover with Obi. $35 start. $35 start. Okay, the greatest hits of Gene Pitney. The greatest hits of Gene Pitney, $9.99. The greatest hits of Gene Pitney. These are all buy it now, best offer. Rod Stewart, Foolish Behavior, shrink wrap, hop sticker, and it has the poster. It has the poster, which also has a sticker hopping the poster as well. $19.99 for Rod Stewart, Foolish Behavior. We have T-Rex, Electric Warrior, a 1975 pressing, Bang a Gong, Getting Gone. Bang a Gong, Get It On. T-Rex, Electric Warrior. Hey, there's some glam rock. T-Rex is $34.99. That's a 1975 pressing. Queen, A Day at the Races. This also looks like a very nice copy. Queen, A Day at the Races, $34.99 for Queen. And we have T-Set, My Belle Amie. T-Set is $9.99. The Hollies, Distant Light. This has their hit song, Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. The Hollies, Distant Light. Yellow Epic label, $19.99 for the Hollies, Distant Light, $19.99. Cactus, World News, Urban Beaches. Now, what's the actual name of the band? Cactus World News, okay? Cactus World News, Urban Beaches, $9.99. Alphaville, this is sealed from 1984, big in Japan. That's sealed, $19.99. Alphaville, ooh, the Allman Brothers, $34.99. We sold an original pink Capricorn label the other night, or last night, shrink wrapped and hop sticker. That's the second label on Capricorn, but still a very clean copy, $34.99. Dominic says he'll take Queen for $28. We're going to sell that to you for $28. Sell that to Dominic. We have Hot House Flowers Home from 1990, $24.99. Hot House Flowers, original inner sleeve. Hot House Flowers Home, $24.99. David Bowie, this is Let's Dance in shrink wrap. Stevie Ray Vaughan on guitar, $34.99. David Bowie, Let's Dance. Also, Heroes, David Bowie. Wow, there's some great albums in here. Heroes, David Bowie, original inner sleeve, $34.99. David Bowie, Let's Dance. David Bowie, Heroes. Gladys Knight, shrink wrap and hop sticker, Good Woman, $9.99. I'm going to make these buy it nows. If anybody wants these, Hall & Oates is a $35 buy it now, and Bread, Guitar Man, is a $30. That's a great song by Bread, Guitar Man, but these are both BINs now. First come, first serve on Guitar Man or Private Eyes. Those are $35 buy it nows. Near mint, very clean Japanese pressings. If anybody's interested in those, they are buy it now. Debbie Winstead's going to get Bread for $35, and that just leaves Private Eyes by Hall & Oates. Ooh, Santana, Abraxas, $29.99 for Santana Abraxas. A very nice copy. It's on the second label. Very clean though. Steely Dan Gaucho. Some classic albums in here. $34.99. That does have Bob Ludwig mastering on it. RL and the Dead Wax. The Graham Edge Band featuring Adrian Gruvitz. Now, Graham Edge was in a band called the Moody Blues, as you can tell from the artwork. Very, very Moody Bluish. Very Moody Bluish. Grateful Dead. Wow. Again, Anthem of the Sun. $49.99. Anthem of the Sun, Grateful Dead. That's on the original Burbank, or it's on the Burbank label, not the original label. We have Simple Minds, Sparkle in the Rain, $24.99. And Nectar, this is $29.99. Nectar, $29.99. This is the Neville Brothers. Fiu on the Bayou, or Fiu on the Bayou, the Neville Brothers, $24.99. David D, Davy's Ride. That is $24.99 for David D. And New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? This is $19.99. Quarter Flash, $14.99. And Genesis, and then there were three, $19.99. Uh-oh, Rob Damon misspelled the name of a band. He did, didn't he? He put T-Set. I think you mean T-E-A, as in here in Tennessee, we love sweet tea. I think that was like he said, a Dutch band though, so they probably don't drink sweet tea over there. Rob, do y'all put sugar in your tea over there in Holland? Do y'all put any sugar in your tea when you drink it over there in Holland or the Netherlands? We have a master sound pressing of Billy Joel, An Innocent Man. Billy Joel, An Innocent Man. This is a master sound pressing. This is a $45 start. This is a $45 start. Billy Joel, An Innocent Man. Audiophile pressing, master sound. $45 start. $45 start. It has the original inner sleeve with it. It has the booklet. It has the Japanese lyric insert. And, oh, it's got a Billy Joel booklet. Well, no, it has a master sound catalog. That's pretty cool. There's all the titles that was on master sound, or at least some of them. Wow, Final Cut's on master sound. I bet that's not cheap. I think we've had one of those before, though. Journey's on master sound. I know we've had Thriller. Who is that right there? Oh, Weather Report. I was about to say I've seen that before. Billy Joel, and this is a $45 start. Okay, we had a couple offers right quick. Paul T offered $15 on the New Edition. Paul T offered $15 on New Edition. That is somewhere right in here, isn't it? New Edition. Sell that to Paul T for $15. Are you open to $100 on the Fogarty signature? Eric Self, give me a second to, let me check on that. Let me check on that, and I will let you know live here on that. Give me a second. I think I had pulled up those comps, but give me a minute. I'll let you know. I was wanting $135 for it. That's what a signed book. Wow. So there's only 2 signed GASA comps. The book sold for $134.96, and I don't know why. That's an outlier for sure, but well, maybe not. It's a fully LOA'd. An autographed copy of Center Field sold for $1,500. Wow, autographed copy. And I'm just looking at JSA comps. Let's go to active here and see what I can find. So we have, give me 1 second, I'll let you know. Chris B. Jack said 28 on Bowie. Now there's 2 David Bowie albums. There's Heroes and Let's Dance. Let me know which one you're looking for sure on that. John Fogerty albums are not cheap. Signed albums, there's actually, yeah, there's not many. There's one cut signature here, or is that a book? That's a book. It's also $160. Baseballs are $2,000, which is a lot of money. So that's a lot. Yeah, John Fogerty, of course, I'm just looking at JSA. Let me type in PSA, see if they have anything. Chris B. Jack, Heroes, $28. Sell that to Chris B. Jack. And we have Quarter Flash. Quarter Flash is $14.99. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Quarter Flash, Genesis, and then there were 3. Genesis is $19.99. John Fulbright, From the Ground Up. That is a 2012 pressing. It's never been reissued. Never been reissued. John Fulbright, From the Ground Up, $49 $49.99 on that. Rifles and rosary beads, Mary Gauthier. That is sealed for $19.99. Otis Grand and the Dance Kings. That is $14.99, a UK import. And Travis Moonchild Haddocks, Wrong Side Out, $12.99, Wrong Side Out. We have Calico. Calico is $14.99. And Leroy Brothers, this is $14.99. Genesis, $10. Kiss, best price. Genesis would be $15 if you want that, Laura. And the best price on Kiss right now would be $45. So $15 and $45. Lose Blues Review. Come out and play. $9.99. The Tailgaters is $11.99. And Going, Gone. That's VG Plus, $11.99. Duke Leonard, Iceberg. Duke Leonard is VG Plus, $9.99. And for men only, featuring Faye Richmond. That's EX $22.99. EX $22.99, that's a 1957 US mono. If anybody wants the Billy Joel, it's a $45 buy it now on the Billy Joel Innocent Man, Master Sound Japanese pressing. $45 buy it now if anybody's interested in that. Nicholas wants to know the price on Graham Edge. First, let's sell Laura Genesis for $15. That's sold to Laura for $15. Sean Fairweather is going to take the Billy Joel Master Sound. That's a $45 buy it now to Sean Fairweather. And let's see. So Graham Edge, that was next. Graham Edge, that was with Adrian Gruvitz, and that was $14.99, Nicholas. $14.99. It's not a Fogerty album. It's a John Fogerty cut signature. It's in the pile of stuff that didn't sell tonight over here. Eric, right now, my best price on it would probably be $125. That's my 100% final best price, $125 on the John Fogerty cut signature. If I can figure out what I've done with it. Let's see here. Ted Nugent, Jinx. But yeah, it's the John Fogerty. It's the John Fogerty cut signature. $125. That's like the cheapest signature of his you could get right now. By far. And some of them compared, not even close. That's the cheapest one, not even close on that, $125. Okay, let's see. Scott Drum got Faye Richmond for $15, and we're going to sell Nicholas the Graham Edge for $10. So those are all sold. We have Neil Young, Comes a Time, EX Condition, $26.99. James Harmon Band, that's Extra Napkins. James Harmon Band is $24.99. Neil Young, American Stars and Bars, $29.99. And the Nighthawks, Best of the Nighthawks, looks like it was at a radio station, $9.99. Just got a couple more Japanese pressings we haven't ran yet. First is Wham Fantastic. Hadn't had a copy of this in a while. $35 start for Wham Fantastic. Japanese pressing, extremely nice. $35 start. There's the LP. It also has a really cool book with it called Wham for Naughty Boys and Girls. Wham, Japanese pressing, a fantastic. In shrink wrap and obi, $35 start on that. $35 start on Wham, fantastic. Paul Siebel with David Bromberg and Gary White. That's a 1980 UK, $19.99. And Little Charlie and the Nightcaps, The Big Break, $19.99 with promo press kit. Heather Feathers at $35 on Wham. Also, this is promo for $19.99. Darden Smith Inner Chords. Darden Smith Inner Chords, $19.99. No, there's some other stuff that's still available that didn't sell. That's not on cut. There's some backstage passes. But what I've told people about these signatures, like with Herbie, we sold the Herbie Hancock earlier. You know, that would look really cool framed, you know, if you can't get a John Fogerty signed album, because it looks like they sell for like $2,000, then you can get this like mounted in with next to a frame, like below it or something. I've seen people do that. For some reason, John Fogerty albums are very, very expensive, it looks like. I'm pretty sure we have one in the back, though, that's authenticated. So, James Harmon Band. I'm trying to go through my memory right now, but it's hard to remember 1,400 different autographs. So, James Harmon Band, $24.99. Thank you, baby. I'll probably end the show by going through all the autographs one more time that are left over from tonight, and then I'll show you some stuff I didn't put up that wasn't photographed that we'll sell the next couple of nights. Plus all kinds of albums in the back that will be showed tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. This is Ray LaMontagne and the Pariah Dog. Somebody asked about him the other night. Live Fall 2010. That's $22.99. Live from the Vaults, Hot Tuna. That is $22.99. Record Store Day 2018. Swamp Trash. It Makes No Never Mind. It Makes No Never Mind. $24.99. Sherry Darnell wants the Ray LaMontagne. I still do have Muddy Waters. I actually think it's right back here. Muddy Waters, Mississippi Live. It should be right here. Yep, it's right here. This is $39.99. $39.99. Muddy Mississippi Waters Live. G.C. Colleton, you were second on Ray and Laura. I was about to sell Wham, and Laura has just bid. So we got a new bidder on Wham. Heather Feather, you're out. That's at $36 with Laura Youngblood. So we have a new bidder on that. Let's sell Mississippi Muddy Waters to Sean Fairweather for $39.99. That's the sticker on it. We have the Teddy Boys, Drive This, $9.99. Also C.P. Love and his Blues Masters, an album of rhythm and blues. That's sealed $24.99. Laura, you're outbid on Wham. We have Terry Dolan and the Pirates, Wild Dances, an 81 German pressing, $14.99. Little Richards, King of Rock and Roll, a white label promo, $24.99. Santana, Inner Secrets, Shrink Wrap and Hop Stickered, the vinyls in VG condition, $14.99. Magical Mystery Tour, what's that doing in here? VG Plus condition, $36.99. An original Scranton Press stereo copy of Magical Mystery Tour, $36.99. Also, the Swingin' Medallion Double Shot, VG Plus, $14.99. Milli Vanilli, Girl You Know It's True, EX condition, $17.99. The Wiz, the Super Soul Musical Wonderful Wizard of Oz, VG condition, $9.99. Changes, David Bowie, EX condition, $32.99. Original tan label, that's like a David Bowie greatest hits. GC offer 12 for Milli Vanilli. Let's go ahead and sell that for 12. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill, VG Plus condition, $24.99. A classic, $24.99. Christofferson by Chris Christofferson, VG Plus, $19.99. Al Green, Full of Fire. Don't recall seeing that one too many times. EX condition, $22.99. And this is VG Plus, $39.99 from Akron Bizarros, Rubber City Rebels. And that is VG Plus VG Plus $39.99. Wham's at 42, 43, and 44. Debbie Whited wants TH The Wiz. That's so to Debbie Whited. If you missed it earlier, we still got Hall & Oates. It's a buy it now for $35. Hall & Oates is a buy it now for $35. They're still bidding on Wham. I've got a few Japanese pressings over here we didn't get to put up for auction. Let me make them buy it nows right quick. So Hall & Oates is one of them, $35. The other one is Eric Clapton, $35 buy it now on Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry. Deep Purple is a $25 buy it now. I'll do this one at the conclusion of the auction. I'd have another Wham, and I have another Deep Purple. So there's two Deep Purples. Heather's out on Wham. It looks like Laura gets this for $44. That's sold to Laura Youngblood. And I have another one to auction very quickly. This is Wham, Make It Big. This has Careless Whisper and Wake Me Up Before I Go Go. Shrink Wrap, Hop Stickered. It has the book with it. That's a $40 start. There's another Wham, $40 start. Tracks on Deep Purple. This is a Japanese compilation. $35 buy it now. I have two of them. Speed King, Smoke on the Water, Child in Time. That's some great stuff. And then side one is Woman from Tokyo, Fireball, Strange Kind of Woman, Never Before, and Black Knight. That's probably Deep Purple's best tracks. I've got two of those. They're called 24 Karat Purple. Blade Singletary says he'll take one. And Brian Arrigo, if you want one, they're $35 buy it now. I still got Clapton, Hall & Oates. Here's our next Wham auction. Looking for a $40 start. And I'm going to go through the autographs left from tonight one more time. One more time. And that's probably where we're going to stop the show. Got a lot I started on a project in the back. Brian says he'll take one as well. So those are sold for $35 and $35. Blade Singletary got one. Brian Arrigo got one. It's only... no, they're not marked. So 35 and 35 on those. Okay, so John Fogerty, 135. Cut signature, JSA, all JSA. Two Leslie West left, 45s. They're Vagrants. That's the name of the artist. Leslie West, 45 and 45 for those. Ted Nugent, Autograph Magazine, $95 buy it now. Jinx Dawson CD, $45 buy it now. Nancy Sinatra, $95 buy it now. That's a Nancy Sinatra photo, $95 buy it now. Steve Miller Backstage Pass, $115. Brian Wilson, $175. We've sold one. There's 3 left. Don Knotts, Andy from the Andy Griffith Show, Barney Fife, $155, $155, and $155. Jerry Lee Lewis was $115. And there's actually 2 albums left. Dave Mason, Autographed Traffic, $65, and George Carlin is $250. And I had a copy of Abbey Road that I was going to put up for auction, and I never did. We'll run it tomorrow. I don't want to auction it till I can confirm exactly what pressing it is. I think it's OG, though. So, still lots of great autographs left. Going to stop the show there. I know we still got a lot of people watching, but it's already 11 o'clock, and we had a connection problem earlier tonight. We had to restart the show. But we've had a lot of great vinyl. We've went through a lot of stuff. I can show, I actually have new vinyl. I actually have new vinyl that was discounted. Let me do that very, very quickly. I have new vinyl that I discounted, and there's only a few things left. I had a whole crate of new vinyl that I marked down, and there's only 2 or 3 things left. I hope a few people, hope not everybody's got off yet. Show's not over till the stream says ended for sure. Charlie XCX, $19.99. True Romance. We also have Black Crowes, green vinyl, Shake Your Money Maker Live, $34.99. Audio Slave, we sold 3. I've still got a few left. Out of Exile, $44.99. Beck was $29.99, and Big Country was $29.99. That's all on sale new vinyl, something I don't do too often. So Big Country, Beck, Audio Slave, Black Crowes, and Charlie XCX. Also officially haven't made Wham a buy it now. Wham is a buy it now for $40 if anybody wants that. Maybe one of those other Wham bidders is interested. It's $40 if you do. I've sold a lot of those. Also didn't show Willie Nelson again. Willie Nelson, 2 Dale, thanks. Willie Nelson, JSA Authenticated. That's a $75 buy it now. Sherry Darnell is going to take the Beck. That's so does Sherry Darnell. And there's several autographs I didn't get to tonight. We'll do them at some point. I still got Junior Wells, John Voight. I got the Beatles Yellow Submarine, I think autographed by the original artist who did the artwork. I got a Beatles photograph by the photographer. I've got Robert Duvall, and I have lots of other autographed albums that we'll do the next couple of nights. So, but yeah, I've got to get started on tomorrow's show because usually Thursday is when we bring out some really killer stuff, regardless of whatever theme night it is. Y'all know Thursdays, usually big premium type auction stuff we hold back for Thursday night. Thursday night for us tends to be the best night. Tonight's been great. Wednesday nights keep getting better. Lots and lots more people can watch on Wednesday nights. So we've been trying to put some great stuff up on Wednesday nights too, and Monday nights, and Tuesday nights, and Friday nights, and Saturday nights, and every night. So that's what we'll do for tomorrow. We'll have lots of great auctions, probably bootlegs. We'll have more Japanese stuff, etc., etc. So thanks everybody for watching. Good night from Coletco, and we'll be back tomorrow. We will see you.